Good evening, folks. We are live here from Zollner Stadium in Fort Wayne, Indiana, just off of Coliseum Boulevard. Mike Walker joins me in the much warmer than outside press box. Steve Roberts along Mike Walker. Here we are. Championship Friday night, Mike.
It's a big game tonight, Steve. We talked about it earlier. It may be the biggest game in the state as far as match teams with rankings. Dwenger coming in at number 2 in the state in 4A, and Leo coming in at ranked number 5 in 4A as well. So we're gonna have a really big matchup. Looks like we're gonna have a really big game. I'm looking down at the Leo side of the crowd, and this is about as many people as I've ever seen on the road traveling for Leo. So a huge crowd for the Lions. Looking across the field, and a ton of people are streaming in as well for Dwenger. So it looks like we're gonna have a couple of big crowds. As far as matchups go tonight, these teams are very, very similar defensively and offensively. Both count heavily on the run. Both count heavily on defensive line and offensive line. So that's kind of the matchup I'm looking at. Whoever wins the battle of the lines is probably going to win the game. Also,
I agree.
Also going to look for Craig Kloffenstein tonight, coming back after 6 weeks off with a collarbone break. Played sparingly last week against the Archers through 5 passes, so he's going to be a little bit rusty tonight. But I'm looking for him because he's a team leader, one of the best athletes as far as I'm concerned in the state of his position. And
Indeed.
How Cray plays, maybe how the Lions play. So we'll watch that.
Right, so both teams coming off wins, obviously, to get to this point in the season at the sectional championship game. Dwenger knocked off a New Haven team last week.
Which, by the way,
37-6, I believe, was the score.
Is the only common opponent between the two.
True. And Leo took care of Fort Wayne Southside 41-8. Earlier in the year, Leo got by New Haven 17-6. So both couple of wins, but you have to look at the hot team right now. And of course, the hot team, well, they're both hot.
They're both hot. Yeah, and Dwenger, speaking of hot teams, lost their first game of the season, and then they've been on a roll ever since.
They're on
so,
the heater.
And if you look at schedule, Steve, I've got to give the nod to Dwenger as far as strength of schedule. I mean,
sure.
they play in the SAC. It's loaded. You brought Homestead and Carroll in for the first time, even though Leo changed over to the NEA conference. I just look at the matchups that Dwenger had to play night in and night out compared to the matchups that Leo had to play night in and night out, and I've got to give the strength of schedule nod to Dwenger.
I agree. Not to say that this won't be a good game. You know, you look at I was looking at some picks earlier from the Fort Wayne News Sentinel, the Journal Gazette. I think there was a total of 7 pickers, if you will, and they all picked Dwenger to win. I don't know if that's a Fort Wayne thing or not, but you know, it's going to be a tough game for the Lions to handle. They have a lot of beef up front. Dwenger does on both sides of the ball on the line. Now, Coach Souter also said earlier in the week on a Wayne TV interview that that's one of the things that he feels our strength is, where we match up with them pretty well as far as Leo's concerned, on both sides of the ball at the line. So as you play more games, you get further deep into the season, that's when those units start to gel more. And I agree with you. I think it's going to be, kind of cliche, but it's going to be a game of
the trenches,
non-turnovers.
Yeah, non-turnovers
and matchups on the line.
You're right. We had some rain last night, but we had a lot of wind today, and I think the field's dry, so that shouldn't come into play. But yeah, you talk about turnovers in a game where you got two teams that are as evenly matched all across the board as these two are. Turnovers are gonna play a part, and penalties. So if you have one of those drives and you get a costly holding penalty on offense, or defensively you get a personal foul or a pass interference that continues a drive, those are going to be things where I think this game hinges.
Exactly. So we're about 48 seconds away from the opening kickoff here, as the Leo captains have lined up at the 50 hand in hand, ready to go out for the coin toss. And Dwenger's captains will also make their way over for the same. So we're going to try and take it to a commercial break here real briefly before we get back with you here on AllenCountyVoice.com.
T.W. Fable, a modern American restaurant, is located inside the clubhouse at Timber Ridge Golf Course at 2330 East, 250 North in Bluffton. You can enjoy a fine dining experience Tuesday through Thursday, 5 to 9, Friday and Saturday, 5 to 10. Kitchen closes 1/2 hour prior to lounge. If you are looking for a great spot to have lunch, visit 250 Grill to enjoy some sandwiches, wraps, salads, and appetizers. T.W. Fable Restaurant, 2330 East, 250 North at Timber Ridge Golf Course. Reservations recommended by calling 260-353-1360. This is your moment. Explore the University of St. Francis. Known for our quality academic options and dedicated professors who practice in their fields, you will discover the perfect program to fit your interests and goals. Hands-on experience with internships, clinicals, and co-ops makes a USF education a great value and investment into your future. Apply now at sf.edu. We are seeking applicants for $15 million in scholarships this year. This is your moment. Believe.
All right, folks, we are back here. Shot of the coin toss going down in the middle of the sectional 20 championship matchup between the Leo Lions and the Bishop Dwenger Saints.
Out here at Zollner Stadium.
Steve Roberts talking at you right now along with the coach, Mike Walker. Leo won the toss, and they deferred to the second half, where they will get the ball back first. And Bishop Dwenger is going to get a chance to go on offense first. Right now, Kevin Yale is on the camera, doing the deed there.
Outside of the press box, unfortunately.
Right. A little bit warmer here. So
we'll see here. Leo taking the field defensively. Dwenger has a great running attack. So do the Lions. We talked about all the matchups earlier that are very similar. Leo's got a stout defensive line. They've got a great set of linebackers. Their secondary is opportunistic. They can move. They create turnovers. They're quick to the ball. So we'll see how Leo matches up right away here defensively against Dwenger's offense.
So Ben Von Gutten, BVG, is going to tee it up for the Lions here to open up the game in about a 7:02, maybe a 7:03 kickoff here in Fort Wayne. And back deep for the Bishop Dwenger Saints is Amon Clark, number 13, as well as number 21. Can't really tell.
Again, Steve, I wish we could get a shot of the Leo crowd, but it's unbelievable. This side of the stands is almost entirely filled.
Indeed.
Making a lot of noise here for the opening kickoff.
If you look across the field there, you see the Dwenger side, and you're right, Mike. It's not as deep as what they're seeing right now as BVG kicks it deep, 5 yards deep into the end zone, that is. And I'm going to go ahead and get the screen cleared, as I just forgot that, and there we go.
Great kick by Von Gutten there deep into the end zone, allowing no return whatsoever there for Dwenger.
Yeah, 5 yards deep. So it'll be a 20-yard line start for.
A little bit of a wind at his back there, but it's more of a crosswind here today. And not only was that kick deep, but it was high as well. So gave the kick coverage time to get down there if there would have been a return. So here we go. Dwenger opening up with their first play.
In the backfield. It's number 15, Blake Pochin. I can't remember how to pronounce his name. For the Saints. It's a play action. He's going to air it out deep. He's got a man off the tips of his fingers. And that would have been a huge 30-some-odd yard play there for number 89, John Fetterspiel. So he had the move on Stanton Haney and just overthrew by a little bit. So, bring up second down.
Great play action fake. Actually, it was pretty decent coverage. Fetterspiel just ran a post. Pochin chucked the ball out there just a hair deep, but a great effort by Fetterspiel just off the fingertips.
Out of the shotgun, Pochin. I'm going to go with Pochin.
Okay. And we have a procedure called there on Dwenger.
So we talked about some penalties in the pregame show. That pregame show was brought to you by the University of St. Francis, one of our flagship sponsors here on AllenCountyVoice.com. I think the liners that we're trying to read are inside the old playbook. But a big thanks to the University of St. Francis for sponsoring the pregame show as well as the scoreboard. Also brought to you by Subway Eat Fresh there in Leo, Indiana. Just underway, 5 seconds into the game after a 5-yard penalty. It's 1st and 15 for the Saints at the 15-yard line. Podgson got trips out to the left, looking for a man. He's got him. And it's picked off almost by Joe Lambright. Old Tiptoe Joe had it in the basket and dropped it. So, not sure what happened there. A miscommunication between Podgson and the receiver, or if it was just a horribly thrown ball. But that was right in the numbers, right in the gut of Mr. Tiptoe Joe, and he dropped it.
Yeah, Podgson, I'm not sure what he was seeing there, but he dropped back. It looked like he locked into his receiver all the way. Lambright just stepped in that zone coverage, hit him right in the numbers. He actually should have made that interception. So,
yeah,
big play. That's bringing that.
Joe's got good hands. He showed it last week. He's shown it throughout the season. So
brings up a 3rd and 15.
It's a quarterback keeper, and they are held. So the Leo defense doing the job on the first series. It's going to be a 3-and-out for the Bishop Dwenger Saints.
And if you're Leo, that's exactly the way you wanted that first possession to go. 3-and-out.
Yeah. You hope to win the toss, and you do. You hope to kick off and get a stop on the first drive, and you do. So exactly.
So that you'll get the ball in the second half. So,
right.
So a great stop by the Leo defense here. Dwenger into punt from their own.
So Bo Carpenter and Gunnar Brown back deep for the Lions. And they're going to take the punt, a high, spiraling ball. Not a whole lot to it. Takes a favorable bounce for the Saints. And it's going to be down about the 36-yard line, 37-yard line, where Craig Kloffenstein and the Leo Lions will take over on offense.
And not a real good punt at all there by Dwenger. That ball took about a 12-yard bounce in Dwenger's favor. So
yeah, I mean, he got plenty of height, and it was a beautiful spiral. It just didn't have a whole lot of leg on it, but it did get a fortuitous bounce. And we'll take a quick moment to run down the sponsors. The University of St. Francis, New Holland, Tri-County, Grable Insurance, Indiana Physical Therapy, YMCA of Greater Fort Wayne, TW Fable, Adams Memorial Hospital, and Woodcrest Villas, along with Marco's Pizza. So it's a quick handoff to Joe Lambright. Joe takes it up the gut to the right side, off to the right for a 5-yard pickup, where Leo is going to be at about a 2nd and 5, just inside the 45, about the 44-yard line. That's a great play that Leo's been able to utilize so far, Mike. Just a quick hitter and let him get through that first level on the trap, and you saw it. He dished it out to the linebacker there, as he likes to do.
So the Lions testing that strong interior defensive line of Dwenger and making some good yardage there.
It's a fake, and it's a counter to Hensinger. And Hensinger, still on his feet, squeaks through, and he's got the first down. A beautiful run that time. He did not stop his feet. Kept the feet going, was able to spin out to the left, or to his right, rather. And that's going to be enough for a Leo first down. A football nose away from midfield, Mike.
And that's Hensinger for you. You watch him all year long, and he's a great effort runner when contact is made. Like you said, Steve, those legs just keep churning. And Dwenger kind of gave up on the play. Hensinger kept running. The whistle hadn't blown.
Yeah, it looked like they had him bunched up. Kloffenstein under center. He's going to look for the quick slant. That's caught there by Zach Sauer. And no way was that a result of a broken thumb.
No, and this is Zach. We haven't talked about that. Zach's first game back, and I'm not sure how many he's missed. Maybe 4 in a row. So this is his first game back. That was a tough catch. Sauer laid it out and was able to hang on to that ball and collects their second first down here in a row by the Lions. So momentum right now, Lions' way.
Sauer's 6'2", 175, going high in the air. He comes down with that 2 first downs on 2 plays for Leo. Leo has it in Mishbringer territory at the
Hensinger behind Kloffenstein.
It's a fake. Kloffenstein rolls out. He's got Lambright. Lambright stays on his feet. You cannot bring that guy down with a single man. How about that? A huge play that time on the right side on a rollout from Kloffenstein to Tiptoe Joe.
And that was number 33, Ellinger, who made that initial contact, and he bounced off Lambright there like he bounced off a brick wall. You like you said, one guy is gonna be hard pressed to tackle Lambright.
Right. Especially, I mean, he gets north and south really quick because that's the best way he runs. And again,
ton of yards
trying to bring it down that way.
Ton of yards after the catch, or after any catch or run by Lambright.
Kind of a slanted angle there, but it's Hensinger taking it off the left side. Hensinger got a hole, and he is inside the 5-yard line to the 3-yard line. Another first down for the Leo Lions.
Again, very, very aggressive play calling here by the Lions. Some rollouts there by Kloffenstein, getting him out in space. Leo testing that Dwenger line, and so far Leo winning the battle. Hinsinger, great run. His momentum almost carried him into the end zone there. So brings up a 1st and goal on the 3 for the Lions.
So we talked about the matchup with the offensive line and the defensive line of the Leo Lions and the Saints, and so far it's looking like the Lions are winning that battle on this side of the ball. As Kloffenstein under center, it's to Hinsinger, and he is in for the Leo touchdown.
The Lions are getting some unbelievable push, Steve, and this is something that I was really looking forward to seeing, and they are blowing Dwenger right now off the ball.
Absolutely. A huge drive, a huge play, a good mix of run and pass. That time, a huge play on the left side there as BVG knocks one into the back.
It's blocked. It's blocked, so...
We've seen this before where he hasn't got the ball. That was kind of a line drive. Not sure if it was a Dwenger player, if it hit off Leo's own offensive blocker, but...
Yeah, from our vantage point, we couldn't tell, but it did look like he caught that ball a little high.
Right.
Meaning it did not get up in the air. So that we'll see if that point after miss comes into play later in the game. But any point right now is a big point. So we'll see what happens. But an unbelievable start by the Lions with a 3-and-out defensive stop on Dwenger. And then they just march the ball right down the field and score, making it 6-0 here with 8:57 to go early in the first quarter.
And BVG is going to kick it off one more time. Let's take a quick moment to thank one of our sponsors, the University of St. Francis. Known for the quality academic options and dedicated professors, you'll discover the perfect program to fit your interest and goals. See for yourself what USF has to offer. Visit online at sf.edu. So, Mike, you couldn't ask for a better start if you're Jared Souter and the Leo Lions, winning the coin toss, a 3-and-out stoppage, as well as a drive for a touchdown in the opening drive with a 6-0 lead. And another touchback for the Saints. And that was Amon Clark again as BVG popped another one deep. So
right now all the momentum is Leo's way, and Von Gunten again kicks the ball deep, not giving Dwenger a chance to return. And I know they have a strong return team, so anytime you can pin those guys back and just put them out on the 20, I would take that gamble.
So here we go. Starting it off.
Dwenger's second possession now of the game.
Second start from the 20-yard line. Shotgun this time for Podchin. It's a handoff. Amon Clark, he's got some room. He's got a guy to the outside. Stiff arm and a pretty sizable 22-yard run that time by Amon Clark.
Yeah, Clark's their gun. We didn't get a chance to talk about him early, but he is a great running back. I think he comes in a little bit dinged up. He, night in and night out, like we talked about, he plays in some very tough games. He's not very big, and he's still a physical runner, but he's taken some shots this year. But he is their big play running back, and you just saw a big play right there.
Saints 1st and 10 from their own 42-yard line. Shotgun for Pachelny. Clark in the backfield. Long count. Pachelny looks to the left.
Pachelny. I'm hearing that. That's actually an L, not an I. It's not Podchin. I apologize to the Pachelny family.
Pachelny family. We do apologize. We've got it right. We'll try to keep it right from this point out. Clark, another run.
And so Leo's going to have to find a way to stop Amon Clark and the shotgun formation that Pachelny. that actually is an L. It's not a Pachelny. Okay. They're going to have to find out a way to stop him. 2nd and 2 from the halfway point in the field, 50-yard line. Man in motion that time. It's a fake to his read option as Pachelny is going to keep it off the left side. A little extracurricular activity there.
Nice play fake there on the read option. Pachelny keeps the ball, has a big gap to the left and takes it. Big gainer, picks up the first down. That's going to bring up a 1st and 10 on the Lions' 43-yard line.
So Dwenger comes out looking a lot more crisp and a lot better, especially with the run game on this second drive. And it doesn't seem like they were affected by the opening drive of the Lions. As kind of a pistol with two backs is Pachelny. And he's going to throw, looking for the man outside. It's taken away as he nearly had it picked off that time. Zach Sauer was, sorry, that was Stan Haney. Oh, no, you're right. That was number 4, Mason Kern.
And Kern had great position there, Steve, right in front of the receiver. The receiver just reached up and over him and made the reception.
Yeah, we saw some of that from Gronkowski.
Yeah, that looked like Robert Gronkowski. I didn't catch the name of that receiver tied in, but he looks like he has about a foot on Kern there, and he used every bit of it to make that reception.
I'm pretty sure that was John Fetterspiel, number 89.
Yeah, you're right.
Or Ryan
because he's on that left side right now.
I think it was 89, yeah. So that's going to be Fetterspiel, a solid receiver for the Saints. Second 4, read option again. Makes a tackle miss. He's got a step to the outside, and he's met by a few more Lions. And that was Amon Clark. Another 24-yard run that time for Amon Clark. And we'll have to apologize to the folks at home or on your smartphone or tablet device. The angle is a little bit tilted, so just tilt your device a little bit and make it level. That's what we have to deal with here on the way the camera is set up in the stand. So, again, apologies for that. But nonetheless, we're still bringing in moving pictures, and you can just tilt your head a little bit sideways, and, hey, it looks fine. So this is Pachelny again. Out of the shotgun, pistol type thing, and it's Amon Clark again. A lot of room up the middle. He's going to pick up another 4 yards for Bishop Dwenger.
Well, you know Dwenger's not going to be rattled, Steve, with the kind of schedule they play all year. They've been through all the wars. They've been through every probably type of situation. Leo went down and scored on them on their first possession, and Dwenger is marching right down the field here,
right
under control, and picking up some big yardage on the way.
Yeah, so if you're Leo right now, you're hoping you can get a big juicy turnover out of this somehow.
Got 3. Got trips to the right.
Trips right. They send a man in motion. It's a read option. He loses his footing, and he is brought down from behind by Austin Rinker. A nice job there of staying with the pursuit. And it's third down, and we'll call it about 7, Mike.
And that was a big play, that slip there. So, again, we talked about the rain a little bit last night, and it rained a little bit this morning. And Pachelny slipped there, and that allowed the Lions to make the tackle for the loss. So this is bringing up a big third down and 7 on the line 11.
Yeah, indeed, a huge defensive play and offensive play. Huge play so far in this game.
Biggest play so far of the night with 5:48 to go here in the first.
And that's going to be
a procedure call, I believe, on Dwenger.
Yeah, it's going to be like an illegal shift, I believe.
Or they got a timeout. They called the timeout before the penalty. So Dwenger takes their first timeout of the night, avoiding the penalty.
And we'll join them for a timeout with a brief word from the YMCA.
Are you taking the first step towards a healthier you, or are you just tired of the same workout? From beginners to fitness veterans, the Greater Fort Wayne YMCA is the place for you. We offer a full range of workout equipment, personal trainers, certified instructors, a full line of classes, an indoor pool, and so much more. Have peace of mind when you work out with childcare available. The Greater Fort Wayne YMCA is so much more. Join today. Visit fwymca.org.
At Grable Insurance, their most important job is to make sure you leave with the best coverage you can afford. They want to provide you protection from the unfortunate things that can happen and often do happen. The cheapest insurance is often not the best.
Visit online at GrableInsurance.com or stop in the office on Pony Express Run inside the Mercantile Office Park.
All right, stop by Grable Insurance, but here we are, third down and 7 yards after a timeout from Bishop Dwenger.
Big play of the game.
The 11-yard line. It's a stop ahead. Amon Clark up the gut, and it's a touchdown for the Bishop Dwenger Saints. He really kind of went untouched there.
Well, there was a shoestring tackle.
The pistol read option.
A Lion got some penetration. I'm not sure who that was. It looked like maybe it was number 20. I'm not sure. And it looked like he could have made a play. Clark, just about went down. Maintained his balance. Clark, he's got that balance. He's a great athlete, and he rumbled his way into the end zone.
Yeah, so Here's where a block might come into play as a awkward-looking shift for the Saints. And it's going to be number 29, the kicker, Keenan.
Get the name, and I still don't know
Second.
the pronunciation of their kicker, but he's going to boot it up, and it looks good.
And he hits
I'm going to say it's Dwenger.
It's a little bit tough to read.
Hey, we hear the ESPN radio announcers to our left here trying to pronounce that as well. Dwenger?
Yeah, we're not sure.
Anyway, adds the extra point for the Saints, and it's a 7-6 lead for Bishop Dwenger. So we saw the offensive line do the job on the last drive for Leo. We saw the offensive line for the Saints do the job this past drive for Bishop Dwenger, Mike.
Yeah, they opened as big a holes as Leo did going the other direction and made some easy running lanes there for Clark, who doesn't need easy running lanes.
No, yeah, that's the thing. And they were getting the penetration moving forward when he was trying to go outside, and that gave him a couple runs over 20 yards on that drive, one for 22, and I had another one for 24. And then he finished it off with the 11-yard read option, which pretty looked like a designed play for him up the middle to put the Saints on top. And it's going to be a different kicker. Kicking deep, that's going to be number 12, Joe Stelgmeyer. Kicking it deep, and it's going to be Trenton Bonner to receive. And if you've watched any tape, you don't want to kick to him, but Bishop Dwenger does do just that, and it's off in the side, and Bonner picks it up, and he's trying to make some people miss, getting to the left. And he's got somebody. He's gone!
Oh, there's a flag.
And it's going to be brought back.
He's gone.
There's 5 flags on the play.
And a helmet down as well.
And a helmet, Austin Rinker.
And maybe, hey, that's on them.
Austin's saying that he got his helmet ripped off. Number 21 for Leo, so Austin Rinker is without a helmet right now.
Could be a personal. It all depends on the call. If that call goes against Dwenger, that is going to be a 99-yard touchdown.
Nonetheless, how about the 99 yards that Trenton Bonner just took for the Leo Lions? So we're going to
waiting the call
hold on the call. If there was a hold and if there was a personal foul, those are going to offset, and that's going to be a touchdown. Or will it?
They'll re-kick it.
They'll re-kick it.
So we'll see if both those flags came in at the exact same time. So it seems like the officials saw the same infraction at the same time. So if that is a hands to the face or a face mask.
We see everybody on the edge of their seats.
Because there was a Leo Lion helmet down on the field.
And it belonged to Austin Rinker. He was the only guy without one helmet on.
And he was complaining that his helmet got ripped off. If that's the case, that touchdown's going to stand.
So now we got the head referee coming over to talk to Coach Jared Souter and tell him what they found. He's shaking his head no. It's hard to tell what he's talking about from up here.
There, Trenton Bonner showed you some
speed. That's vintage Trenton Bonner.
I mean, he was sealed. He should have had no lane, and he escaped and was gone. And it looks like the ball's not going to go the Lions' way.
So evidently the helmet being ripped off of a Lion doesn't matter, and it was a illegal block. As we saw Trenton Bonner do what Trenton Bonner does so often and go to the house.
Wow, that's a big play. So both referees apparently saw the block at the back, and neither referee saw the helmet get ripped off the
and now
the Lion.
Austin Rinker's now talking. Austin Rinker is now going to the sideline.
He has to come out for a play because he lost his helmet.
Oh, that's right.
And I don't believe he took his helmet off on his own.
Yeah, this is pretty good. So Austin Rinker, number 21, did have his helmet removed for him. He has to sit out one play, and he'll be joining the Lions on second down, or pending the outcome of this next play. So a 99-yard scamper by Trenton Bonner is negated by penalty, and we have the Leo Lions taking over at about the 14-yard line. Kloffenstein hands off to Hensinger. Hensinger going up the gut. He's going to pick up about 3 or 4 on the play as we have it's going to be closer to a 4 or 5 yard gain. So about a 5-yard 5 to go at the 19-yard line. Sorry. Trying to multitask here like you.
But yeah, technology, you think it makes life easier, but when you got computer in your left hand, phone in your right hand, an iPad in front of you,
right,
mixing board to your left,
indeed,
laptop to your right.
Kloffenstein on shotgun. He's going to drop back, a penalty on the play. Kloffenstein brings it down, and he's forced to run, and he's going to pick up a couple, but there was a penalty. And it was thrown really soon after the snap, Mike. I'm guessing that is going to be offsides on Leo, or possibly a defensive neutral zone foul.
They're talking about it right now. That's another thing. Cray did not take a hit last week in his first game back after that collarbone break, and that was the first time right there that he's absorbed some contact, and he hopped right up. He looked okay.
Yeah. Well, and as I mentioned, after we found out that he did get hurt, Cray's got muscles on top of muscles.
Cray's a big boy.
Supported by other muscles.
Yeah, he's a strong kid.
Yeah. And the way that the collarbone broke, I was told that it was about as perfect of a break as you could get. One side wasn't higher than the other. If you were looking at it from the side, it was kind of flush all the way across. And that, back to the action here, it was offsides or defensive offsides on Bishop Dwenger. So it's going to be second and short. It looked like a 5-yard gain before. Plus 5 yards would be 10, but we're going to have them go 2 more yards.
Have them go 2 more yards. So Lions come back out on their second drive after a very exciting touchdown return by Trent Bonner. That was negated by a blocking in the back penalty.
Yeah. Well, it was funny when Stugmeyer kicked it off. I said, Bonner was the only guy back. Of course, you're going to kick it deep.
And did you notice he let the ball bounce, and which normally shouldn't do that because once that ball hits the turf, it's
right.
live.
Sure.
He scooped it up, kind of hesitated, went left, and you see that a lot in the NFL and in college where a guy lets the ball bounce and it kind of messes up the cover team, and it did. Everybody kind of came right.
Yeah.
He broke he broke to his right, and there was a little bit of an opening, and that's all you got to give him.
You're right, and whether it's picking the ball up after you let it bounce, or just kind of doing the slow kind of survey the scene, then boom, make the explosion. Devin Hester had so much success with that with the Chicago Bears, as being the all-time leader in kick returns, punt returns, what have you. And Bonner has done that the last couple times as well. You got the Gunners going down there full speed, and they have to react to something. So once he gets a chance to go pick that up or walk slow, pick it up and make the first explosive move, he's a real tough guy to catch.
He's
one of the fastest guys in the area, possibly
in Northeast Indiana.
Northeast Indiana,
yeah,
absolutely.
So Leo
just a sophomore.
Leo took a timeout there, so Coach Sauter saw something he didn't like.
All right, second down and a long one and change. And it's Bonner with the fake, and it's going to be Kloffenstein. He's trying to get the move to the outside, and they're going to call a penalty. That's going to be holding.
2 more flags out, and where they've thrown, that's a bad spot for the Lions because you're right, Steve. That's going to be a holding, and that's going to bring them back.
Yeah, so it was a double fake. It was a fake jet sweep to Bonner in motion to the right.
And a great fake, by the way, too.
Yeah, and then another fake to Hensinger, and he decided the play was designed to have him
keep the ball.
Keep it out to the left, and that's when the left tackle was called. Yeah, so Jahan Allen was charged with the penalty. It's going to be second and about 15.
Yep, both officials saw it. That was a good call. Jahan Allen did get one of his meat hooks on the defender over there and held him.
Yeah.
So that's going to bring up a 2nd and 14 for the Lions.
Kloffenstein out of shotgun. He's got man in motion. It's a fake. Overthrows overthrows number 15, Tyler Hensinger. So 3rd and long coming up for Leo.
That may be a little bit of that rust we were talking about earlier because Hensinger is wide open in the flat. There's nobody over there, and Kloffenstein just kind of lofted it. He didn't need to loft it. Just throw the dart and let Hensinger do the rest, but he lofted the ball, and Hensinger couldn't bring it down.
Right.
And he had all kinds of room on that right side.
So here we are, 3rd down and 14 to go. It's a sprint to the right. Kloffenstein on the run. Pass caught, but out of bounds.
Nope. Referee waved it off, saying that's an incomplete pass. So that's going to pin Leo back.
So, yeah, after a pretty costly penalty there by Jahan Allen. You talk about the costly penalties, Mike. And that was one that took him from, 2nd and 1 or possible first down to 2nd and 14, and they come up short.
And now you're punting in your own end zone. So we'll see if Von Gunton can get a punt off cleanly, as well as he's gotten a couple of nice kicks off here. So
Ben Von Gunton back in his own end zone to punt. Oh, he
Not
got
good.
None of that one. And he takes a pretty sizable Leo bounce to the 40-yard line. So he kind of got away with one there, but still giving the Saints 1st and 10 in Leo territory. We'll be back after a short word here from one of our sponsors. Looks like Indiana Physical Therapy.
Pain. And more often than not, the doctors would just prescribe pain meds, which would just dull the pain. It wasn't until I was referred to Indiana Physical.
All right. A quick word from Indiana Physical Therapy. Thank you for that, folks. Michelny is going to go to Clark. Clark missed tackle there on the outside, and he's brought down. Almost brought down. Still going. And that's a pretty big run at 8 yards there, Mike.
Yeah, and just like Hensinger for the Lions, Mac's going to keep those wheels rolling. And if you don't stop him and get a hold of him, he's not going to stop. So a really big gainer there, and actually could have been tackled in the backfield for a loss. So Clark able to elude tacklers. He's done it all year. It's not going to be any different tonight.
Sure. So Pachelny. That same formation for the Saints in the backfield. It's another handoff to Mon Clark, and they're getting the blocking up front they need through that first level. Dwenger's offensive line has been doing a number on Leo so far in this first couple of drives, giving Clark a lot of room to run, and that's somebody you don't want to give a lot of room to.
No, he's got a quick first step, and he can cut on a dime, so he is getting some nice avenues there, wide avenues to roll down, and the Dwenger line is getting some push on the Lions here, so we'll see if that continues.
All right.
7-6, Dwenger lead with 2:58 here to go in the first quarter.
Pachelny, the read option, he's going to keep it up the middle. And that's going to be a gain of about 4 yards inside the 25-yard line. About the 23, looks like, for the Saints.
That was Castellan again, who got some penetration, and he was the one that tripped Pachelny up before he got into the fray there. So Castellan's getting some penetration.
So just inside of 2.5 minutes here. Opening quarter, sectional 20 championship game between the Leo Lions and Bishop Dwenger Saints at Zollner Field. And a penalty came out on the play. One of the Saints over there is clapping.
So Leo is offsides there, so that's going to cost him another 5 yards. So far the Lions can't keep the yellow off the field this evening, and that's a huge advantage for Dwenger. They don't need any help, and the Lions are offering them plenty via the way of penalties.
Right, so that's going to bring a fairly long second down to a 2nd and 2, Mike, at the 19-yard line. Sheldon with the hard count. He's going to roll out to his right, looking for a man deep. Lions trying to bring pressure. Pachelny is able to get out of it, and he was brought down that time by Castellan. So he was able to absorb any pressure, and would have been a coverage sack if the Lions had better penetration there. It didn't turn out that they were able to get the sack because obviously he ran out of it, but a good job in the secondary that time by Leo for covering, but still enough for an easy first down. And they are at the 13-yard line. This is where we saw the read option last time, or the shotgun pistol. It's more of a pistol formation here with Amon Clark right behind him. It's a high snap. He's brought down in the backfield. That was a great defensive play.
So good
and
penetration.
There's some extracurricular activity there that was right in front of the referee and didn't want to call that, so that's fine. Nonetheless.
Yeah, it looked like there could have been a little bit of a late hit there, Steve. I agree. And no call.
That was pretty brutal.
So Dwenger's gotten away with a couple of infractions here this evening, and we'll see if that continues. But great play by the Lions there. High snap, but Sheldon handled it, and a little bit of a missed handoff with Clark, but the Lions were right there to make the play.
Trips to the left. Sheldon keeps it to the right, and it's a gain of about 6. There's another penalty on the play. We'll see what this call is.
I think that could be a late hit. Again, I think the two Lions that were tangled up earlier were going at it again, and maybe they got a personal foul there on Dwenger.
Yeah, this is these teams. We'll say they don't like each other.
No, and they missed the first one, and it looks like maybe they caught this second one in the end zone.
Yeah, so that is going to be a personal foul on Bishop Dwenger.
All right, so they made the call finally in Leo's favor. That's going to take Dwenger back 15 yards. Big play right there.
Indeed. You go from a second and about 5 inside the goal line, and now you're just outside the red zone. Or inside the 5, now you're outside the red zone. So 21-yard line, maybe the 22. It's going to be 2nd and 17. Trips to the left for the Saints, as you can hear the Lions faithful on our side really getting into it. Its pass is caught underneath, a good set of blocking, and that was brought in by Nick
Fiacable. So a little, basically just a little bit of a screen pass, almost served as a draw play. Picked up some good yardage there. It's going to make 3rd down and 10. Steve, it looks like they're going to let the clock run out, and that's going to end the first quarter.
Yeah, so 9 seconds and counting, and that is going to do it for the first quarter from Zollner here in Fort Wayne, Indiana. And we'll be right back after this, folks.
Showed me the correct exercises and stretches for my problems, and my back pain began to fade away, and as a result, my entire body began to feel better. Indiana Physical Therapy's highly trained professionals treat all types of injuries and ailments and accept all insurance. For more information on IPT or to schedule an appointment, call 824-0522 or visit indianapt.com. You know that Marco's Pizza in downtown Leo offers delicious pizza. But did you also know they have wings, subs, bread, and many other items that are also delicious? And did you know you could order online at marcospizza.com? And did you know they have catering to help out with that party, meeting, or any event? And did you know they have carry-out and delivery? Well, now you know. Marco's Pizza in downtown Leo has pizza and so much more. You can get carry-out, delivery, catering, and order online, or call them at 627-2227. That's 627-2227. Marco's Pizza in downtown Leo. T.W. Fable, a modern American restaurant, is located inside the clubhouse at Timber Ridge Golf Course at 2330 East, 250 North in Bluffton. You can enjoy a fine dining experience Tuesday through Thursday, 5 to 9, Friday and Saturday, 5 to 10. Kitchen closes 1/2 hour prior to lounge. If you're looking for a great spot to have lunch, visit 250 Grill to enjoy some sandwiches, wraps, salads, and appetizers. T.W. Fable Restaurant, 23.
All right, thank you to T.W. Fable. This looks like an attempt of a 30-yard field goal to open the second quarter here.
Yeah, they did change the down marker, so it wasn't 3rd and 10. It was 4th and 10, so that brings Dwenger's field goal unit on.
And you might watch for a fake right here, as it's only a 1-point game. Kick is up. Looked like it went left.
It's good.
Oh, it was good. Okay. Of course, we don't have as good a vantage point as the referees underneath the goals do.
So a nice kick there. Makes the score 10-6. Dwenger with 11:55 to go here early in the second quarter.
Indeed. And a big thank you to Marco's Pizza, located in downtown Leo.
Serves not only pizza, but wings, subs, breads, and many other delicious items.
What if I have a party?
What if you have a couple of parties?
Could they help?
If you call Marco's and you have a party and you order some things, they're going to get them to you.
What about catering?
Marco's also offers catering, carry out and delivery.
To egg you towards it anyway.
Marco's Pizza in Leo. Call them. You won't be disappointed.
Phone number 260-627-2227. That's 260-627-2227.
Give them a call and tell them Allen County Voice sent you.
And Marcos.com. So back deep for the Lions. They put a couple of guys back there, not letting them kick to just Bonner. And you got to think, hey, let's not kick it to number 12 this time. If you are the Bishop Dwenger Saints, it's going to be Bo Carpenter joining him on the right side of the field. Bonner on the left hash. And it's going to be booted that way by Stegmeyer.
Yeah, I can't believe
Stegmeyer.
Dwenger would come
It's hard to tell if these are I's or L's because the way they have these
programs are microscopic, folks, so it's very, very tough for us to see the names.
And this is Carpenter. He's got a block on the outside, and he's blocked into his own man. That was a little bit questionable there, but nonetheless, he wound up landing on Bonner, and it's going to be inside the 20-yard line at about the 17.
So this brings up Leo's third possession of the game with 11:50 to go in the second quarter.
Again, folks, you'll have to adjust your own head or TV/phone screen to make sure.
Got a big score right now thanks to Coach Newberg texting in. We got Belmont up on Lures 14-0 early in that game.
Wow. And this is Hensinger looking for some room. He's got it to the outside, and he is brought down after a huge run. And there was a blatant face mask that we could see on this side, but not called.
It wasn't a face mask that I saw. After Hensinger gets up, the kid that tackles him pushes him, and then he puts his hands like, I didn't push it. I don't understand what Dwenger's deal is today with the extracurricular activity, but you don't need to do that. Hensinger makes a good run. You make a tackle, let him go.
Yeah, I get it. You know, I was fortunate enough to play in one of these sectional championship games against a favorite Catholic school in '95, and it gets chippy out there. But as the fake pitch to the outside, it's handed off to Tiptoe Joe Lambright, and he lost a yard.
Yeah, that play got blown up. Good surge by Dwenger's line, and they were all in the backfield there, and Joe didn't have a chance to get up on his horse there. So good play by the Dwenger defensive line.
Right, they tried to get him off guard with a little misdirection, with a little a fake jet sweep and the quick handoff.
Too much penetration.
Absolutely. So 2nd 11 on the 34-yard line. Kloffenstein under center. Hensinger in the backfield. He's going to air it out to the left. It was caught. Oh, my goodness. A huge play by Gunnar Brown. He aired it out to the right. It was bobbled between he and the defender, and Brown was able to come up with it for an amazing catch. As a gain of 16, that's 26, another 6, a 32-yard reception.
Yeah, Kloffenstein lofted that ball out in front of Brown, and Brown ran under it, tipped the ball. He actually tipped it back to the Dwenger player who almost made the catch, who tipped it back to Bonner. So Bonner then secured the ball. What a play.
So the Lions out of the I formation with Lambright at fullback. It's a quick hitter to him, and he's taking no prisoners, and he's got himself some yardage and some more. And that was a big gain of 12 yards there for Tiptoe Joe Lambright.
That's all you have to do, Steve, is just give him a little bit of an alley, and he's going to motor. Unlike that last play where Dwenger had some penetration. Just a little bit of a crease given to Joe, and you got to bring him down with more than one tackler.
Absolutely, and to cue the listeners in as to why we were calling him Tiptoe Joe last week against Southside, he caught a pass similar to the one he took a few players down with off the right side in this game. And this is a fake jet sweep, an option to the left, and it's Hensinger. He is going to run over the man. That was Amon Clark. Amon Clark was there, made a good hit, but Hensinger just didn't stop running.
No, Hensinger landed up right on Clark's shoulder pads. His knee never touched the ground. You never heard a whistle.
Yeah.
And Hensinger
got loses his helmet. Yeah.
And made a gain out of what would have been about a 3-yard loss. So good heads-up play by Hensinger.
Yeah, tough running. We've seen a lot of tough running out of both the backs from Leo so far tonight. But back to the tiptoe Joe. Joe caught a pass out in the flats to the right last week. Tiptoed down the sideline the last 15 yards, basically had losing his balance and was able to stay in bounds for the touchdown. Hence, tiptoe Joe.
For a guy with that bulk to be able to tightrope that sideline was a great play.
Kloffenstein throws the out route. There's a small gain of a couple yards there by Carpenter as he was able to get it to the outside.
That's going to bring up a 3rd and 8.
Yeah, so the line of sight that we had here, it looked like he threw the ball a little bit behind him. If it was more on line with him, he might have had a chance to break that first tackle and make some extra yards happen there.
By the time the ball got out to him, it was low, and Carpenter had to go down low to get it, and that was it. Once your knee goes down in high school and in college, you're done.
Absolutely. So Tyler Hensinger and Tyler Kilgus, double Tyler, stops back into the lineup for the Leo Lions. 4 wide receivers, running back in the backfield. It's Kloffenstein in shotgun. It's a quick pass underneath, and it's caught on his knees as Zach Sauer makes the catch.
Yeah, he picked up maybe a yard,
down.
maybe 2.
Yep.
They're going to bring Von Gunton on.
And you got to like this. You see the tops of the goalpost there. The flag is blown a little bit and kind of sporadic. You see the American flag in the background. It's standing up. So
33-yard kick
has an effect on it. Von Gunton pops it up,
and it's good
all day.
Easily.
Von Gunton.
Great kick by Von Gunton. Split the uprights. Had enough distance for another 15 yards.
So a 34-yard chip shot for Ben Von Gunton. BVG. He, as we have mentioned many times in the past, is 5'10", 147 pounds, 140 pounds of that, which is his right leg.
And we'll take it. University of St. Francis, known for quality academic options and dedicated professors. You'll discover the perfect program to fit your interests and goals. See yourself what USF has to offer. Visit online at sf.edu. Little Van Halen.
Never
before the
thing.
kickoff is never a bad thing.
Right. So let's
David Lee Roth, Van Halen.
Yeah. Not Van Hagar. It's Van Halen. So Leo Lions down by the 1 point extra point miss that happened on the first drive for Leo, the first offensive drive of the game for the Lions. So
that point could prove costly. We'll see.
BVG to pop one deep. He put some air in a little bit shorter. They're going to let him return it this time. This is Amon Clark. Clark gets some running room. Almost brought down by the shirt.
And that's why you like to see. And another late hit by a Dwenger blocker, maybe 5 seconds after the end of that play, and the referee said,
"This is
not going to call
unreal."
it." And he knocked the Lion down on the field 5 seconds after the whistle blew.
This is absolutely unreal.
You can hear the Lions fans not appreciating the no call again. Coach Souders out on the field. 5 seconds, and they're calling the Lions for a face mask. That sounds about right.
I don't know how you call a face mask there. He had him by both of his arms and threw him 5 yards forward.
But it's the extracurricular hit from a Dwenger blocker onto a Lion after the play is over.
Yeah,
that's a dead ball personal foul. That's what Coach Souders upset at. Wow.
So now it takes it from the 45 to the 30 after a 15-yard penalty that should have been offset by a clear
personal foul.
Anyhow, 1st and 10 Saints. Pichelny is going to go outside. Caught in the flats and brought down for a gain of about 4 yards by Fia Cable.
That was Gauze on the defense, and he timed it up just right. If he had been there just a hair sooner, he might have made Fia Cable cough that ball up, but it was still a good play and a good tackle for a gain of about 4.5 on the play. That brings up a 2nd and 6. All the way down on the Lion 26 after the face mask call.
And the non-personal foul call.
Yeah.
I know we're supposed to be biased here, folks, but when we're calling a game objectively and teams are committing fouls, and nobody's calling it, you gotta raise an eyebrow to it. But
and up here, we've got a good vantage point that you may not have down low, and we're able to see some of that extracurricular activity, which has been so far away from the play. So, you know,
almost every time.
So we're able to see that up here from our vantage point, and apparently the referees are unable to.
Yeah, especially when it's right in front of them. So anyhow, it's going to be a third down and about 4 yards. So we'll see what happens here. It's got
trips, stand by the Lions here.
Right, trips to the right here. Man in motion towards the middle. It's going to be a read option. He's going to be a keeper. Austin Rinker is there from behind, and that's going to be a sack. He lost a yard on that one, so a huge play by the Leo Lion defense in order to preserve that drive, or to stop that drive at a third down and change. So it's 4th down and about 6.
And a big stop there by the Lions, and it looks like they're a little too far off for the field goal attempt, so they're going to go for it on 4th here.
26-yard line, and that would be a 42-yard punt or 42-yard field goal if they went for it.
So 4th down and a long 5 on the 25.
Closer to 6. And we'll see if they go with the read option again. It was successful for him last time. It's a quick pitch, and he's got the outside, and it's pretty bad that Mason Kern was just tackled on the left side in front of the referee, the side that the runner ran to, but a huge run nonetheless.
Yeah, it looked like Kern had the edge there to make the play, and
then he was tackled by the offensive lineman, and nothing was called. So here we go again. 1st down and 10 for the Bishop Dwenger Saints at the 15-yard line.
Well,
if we had free play, I mean, anyways.
See if Leo can make a stand here. 1st and 10 on their 15.
Sure. So it's handoff to Clark again up the middle, trying to get something, and not a lot going. He is brought down there. Looked like by Jahan Allen made the tackle. So that's basically not something you want to run against if you're Amon Clark at 5'6", 151, going against 6'4", 343, giving up almost a foot and almost 100 pounds to Big Jahan Allen.
That is another man
right
worth of tackling against Clark. We got a Lion coming out. Looks like there's a little bit of a problem with his helmet. Yep. Lambright, I believe.
Lambright needs to get something fixed in his helmet, and they're going to send in Clevis Parker, number 40, for the Lions.
So that means Lambright has to come out for that play, and Parker substitutes in. You definitely like to see Lambright in on this play in this position of the field. Nonetheless, it's 2nd down and 10.
15-yard line. 5 minutes and 14 seconds left here in the opening half of the action in the Sectional 20 championship game. It's a quick pitch out to the left. Amon Clark. Spin move, and he is inside. Down to the 2-yard line.
Yeah, great run by Clark. Again, not a lot of room there, but he's able to sift his way through the fray. Little spin move, keeps the wheels turning, almost got in. Dwenger with a hurry up here. So good defensive stand there on that play.
Yeah, handoff off the right side there. That was Peter Winklejohn to the right. And I think they ran the quick play. They didn't want to have Lambright get in the back in the defensive set.
No, they did. They hustled up to the line. They got the play off before Joe could get back in the game, and I'm not sure if he is back in now. So Lambright back into the game.
Lambright did get back in now as the Saints will huddle on a 2nd down and goal.
And second goal for the Saints.
Just about 2 yards to go here for the Saints.
And Simon Clark is not in the backfield. They're going to look probably to take it right to the Lions, and he is able to walk in the end zone. That was Winklejohn again. Untouched, a big hole on the left side.
Yeah, there was nobody there. Wide open hole. Yeah, Winklejohn could have walked, literally could have walked into the end zone there. So I don't know if somebody was out of position. It didn't look like it was blocked that greatly. It just somebody wasn't there for the Lions.
Yeah, so the extra point attempt. And if you're Leo, you got to block this guy. You got to put a block on. It's going to be Buenacanseo. Buenacanseo. The guys on the left are trying to get the pronunciation right as he puts it through the uprights. So Leo going to go down by 8 points here in the second quarter. Got 4 minutes and 12 seconds from Zollner Field. Zollner Stadium, anyhow.
Grable Insurance, their most important job is to make sure you leave with the best coverage you can afford. Grable Insurance on Pony Express Run inside the Mercantile Office Park in downtown Leo. Indiana Physical Therapy. Indiana Physical Therapy is highly trained professionals, treat all types of injuries and ailments, and accepts insurances. For more information on IPT or to schedule an appointment, visit indianapt.com.
All right. 17-9 in favor of the Bishop Dwenger Saints. Here with 4:12 left in the first half. Sectional 20 championship game in Fort Wayne, Indiana. And it's going to be kicked away. There's a liner. That's going to be not taken. That's going to be right into the end zone as Bonner and Carpenter didn't have a chance to get. So it'll be a touchback. Leo will have 80 yards to go to get this game back into close range.
Yeah, I think right now this is probably the most important drive of the game for Leo. If they can come down and hopefully put 3 on the board or more, then they can get themselves back in this game. But if they hold them here, it's going to be tough for the Lions to get back into this game. So big drive with 4:12 to go here in the second quarter.
Yeah, and as we mentioned, Leo will be getting the ball at the half, or start the second half as they won the toss. It's a fake to Hensinger, and it's Kloffenstein taking it up the middle. He's still going. He's going to get about 5 to 6 yards there. A nice play by Kloffenstein to keep the ball and take it up the middle himself.
Yeah, again, he took some contact there. He got up a little bit slowly, so he just hasn't taken any contact over the last basically 2 months. So
right.
He took some contact there, but he looks like he's going to be okay. You do have to worry about that clavicle there because it's healed, but you just never know. So,
and here we are back, 2nd and 3. It was a game of about 7. It's up the middle to Bonner. Bonner this time, he's got his legs chopping and chops through there for a gain of about 8-9 yards out to just underneath the 40-yard line. A first down for Leo. So a nice job of getting it up the gut and doing some work with it that time for Trenton Bonner.
So the Lions doing what they needed to do so far. They've picked up a first down here.
I take that back. That was Hensinger.
That was Hensinger on that play.
As I look down at Bonner on the sideline, I'm like, well, that was actually Hensinger. So a nice run by Mr. Hensinger. Here's the counter to the right. That play that Leo likes to run so much. And here's Hensinger again. Stays on his feet. And he's got himself 24 yards. A big play for Leo that time. That's Leo's absolute most successful play is the counter to the right or the counter to the left, whichever way they want to do it. It's a fake run to the right, and they go back to the left, and they get those blockers set on the first level and second level, and Hensinger does the rest.
And they ran that counter to the left, and a beautiful block to seal that edge and gave Hensinger a great lane.
So 1st and 10 for the Lions, the 43-yard line, 2 minutes and 50 seconds here in the half. Kloffenstein drops back. Throws late.
So Kloffenstein almost got sacked and just able to get the ball away, and he did have an eligible receiver over there to the right.
Yeah.
He broke the pocket anyway.
I think that might be because he hasn't thrown a whole lot of balls there. A lot of times you're going to run that play action bootleg, and you got one guy. You got to stop. You got to stop and let your blocker get up there so you can have a chance to throw it.
And I was watching.
Stein tried to do too much, ran it out behind, and that's why he put the pressure on him.
But really, that was a coverage play by the Dwenger
absolutely
corners and safeties because there was no one to throw to there on that play.
Indeed, 2nd and 10. Here's the handoff. This is to Hensinger off the left side. Found himself some nice blocking and another good run off to the left there for Hensinger, about 5 yards.
That's going to bring up a 3rd and about 4, but if they don't pick it up here, Steve, I have a feeling this is 4-down territory because I think Coach Souter knows the importance of this drive as well. So about 3rd and a long
I agree with that.
Probably right now too far away for a Von Gunton attempt, definitely. So we'll see. Hopefully Leo can pick up this first down here, and if not, I have a feeling they're going to go.
So you got essentially 2 plays to get yourself 5 yards.
Coach Sauter is going to take a timeout right now.
He's going to take a quick one. We'll take one with him at AllenCountyVoice.com.
You taking the first step towards a healthier you? Or are you just tired of the same workout? From beginners to fitness veterans, the Greater Fort Wayne YMCA is the place for you. We offer a full range of workout equipment, personal trainers, certified instructors, a full line of classes, an indoor pool, and so much more. Have peace of mind when you work out with childcare available. The Greater Fort Wayne YMCA is so much more. Join today. Visit fwymca.org.
At Grable Insurance, their most important job is to make sure you leave with the best coverage you can afford. They want to provide you protection from the unfortunate things that can happen and often do happen. The cheapest insurance is often not the best.
Visit online at GrableInsurance.com.
All right, thank you, GrableInsurance.com. We are back with a 3rd and 4 at the 38-yard line for Leo. Lions currently down. Currently down 17 to 9.
So the Lions try to run a little trickery there on the reverse, and Bonner
that's not what you want there.
Yeah, Bonner not able to hang on to the ball. He's lucky he recovered it. That could have been a huge play. Dwenger could have scooped and scored there. So Bonner making a great effort just to get back and cover the ball.
So you go from 3rd and 4, 3rd and 5, 4-down territory, and then you lose yourself 12 yards there. Now it's going to be 4th and 16-yard line from halfway home.
With a minute 49 to go. So Dwenger has enough time. So you're hoping that Von Gunton can get off a good punt here and pin them back pretty deep. I believe Dwenger still has 2 timeouts to go.
Not what you expect to see there, Mike. Out of a timeout. And I don't dislike the play by any means, but it didn't pan out. So, nonetheless, a nice job of...
Got a couple scores here right now. It's still Belmont up 14-0 on Lures at the half. And we also have, it looks like, Snyder up 14-7 on Concord. Not quite sure where that point of the game is, but probably late first half as well. So Von Gunton with the punt, and that's going to give the ball to Dwenger on their own 18 with a minute 38 to go. Again, I believe Dwenger has 2 timeouts left. So to me, enough time for them to go down the field and score. So hopefully the Leo defense is up to the task here and can stuff Dwenger on this possession.
Minute 38.
Woodland up 15-13 at the half. And that is versus Whitco. So Woodland, I'm sorry, again up 15-13 at the half against Whitco in their game. So Pichelny kept the ball there on a quarterback keeper. A little bit of a quarterback draw there. And that's going to give Dwenger about a second down and a long 3. Maybe they're going to call it a 4. Clock still ticking. A minute 19 to go here in the second quarter.
Minute 15 counting. Doesn't look like, well, who knows what it looks like. I don't know if they're going to try and put some points on the board before they have to give the ball up for the second half. Michelny drops back. Well overthrown by well overthrown to Fiacable.
So that's going to stop the clock with a minute 2 to go and bring up a 3rd and 4. Definitely need a big stop here by the Lions. No more damage here by the Saints would be a good way to go into halftime for Leo, who, like you said, Steve, is going to get the ball first to start the second half.
So minute 2 left here in the first half. Pichelny's going to keep it, and he's met in the middle.
Looks like he
Joe Lambright and got himself a first down.
Just picked up the first down. So
Leo desperately needed to stop there to have any chance of salvaging some additional points before they get the ball back. And gave up the first down. So If you're Dwenger, you're likely going to just kind of sit on this and run the clock. But you never know.
Brings up a 1st and 10 on the Dwenger 30 with 45 seconds and counting.
And it's a keeper again. And he's brought down to the backfield that time. Well, almost to the backfield.
Maybe a gain of a one there.
That was Mason Kern on the stop. So we got 33 seconds and counting. First half action from sectional 20 here in Fort Wayne, Indiana, just off Coliseum and Anthony.
It looks like Dwenger will get one more playoff here before the first half. Clock is winding with 12 seconds to go.
That's Amon Clark. He's trying to get outside. And he is brought down after a off left, and that'll do it for the first half. So we'll play some words from our sponsors, but here at the end of the first half, it's Bishop Dwenger 17 and Leo 9. AllenCountyVoice.com. Voice Enterprises, Mike Walker along with Steve Roberts talking to you, and Kevin Yale doing the camera. We'll be back after a moment.
In downtown Leo offers delicious pizza. But did you also know they have wings, subs, bread, and many other items that are also delicious? And did you know you could order online at marcospizza.com? And did you know they have catering to help out with that party, meeting, or any event? And did you know they have carry-out and delivery? Well, now you know. Marco's Pizza in downtown Leo has pizza and so much more. You can get carry-out, delivery, catering, and order online, or call them at 627-2227. That's 627-2227. Marco's Pizza in downtown Leo.
It took Subway restaurants to do flatbread sandwich great, fresh roasted until its flavor reaches the towering peaks of Mount Delicious. You may have had other flatbread, but once you sink your teeth into this appetite-busting mountain of flavor, you'll know this is the real deal. Get any of your Subway favorites on our full-flavor flatbreads and let your taste buds sink into the delicious depth of goodness. Subway of Bluffton, eat fresh with 2 locations to serve you in North Main and inside Walmart.
T.W. Fable, a modern American restaurant, is located inside the clubhouse at Timber Ridge Golf Course at 2330 East, 250 North in Bluffton. You can enjoy a fine dining experience Tuesday through Thursday, 5 to 9, Friday and Saturday, 5 to 10. Kitchen closes 1/2 hour prior to lounge. If you are looking for a great spot to have lunch, visit 250 Grill to enjoy some sandwiches, wraps, salads, and appetizers. T.W. Fable Restaurant, 2330 East, 250 North at Timber Ridge Golf Course. Reservations recommended by calling 260-353-1360.
This is your moment. Explore the University of St. Francis. Known for our quality academic options and dedicated professors who practice in their fields, you will discover the perfect program to fit your interests and goals. Hands-on experience with internships, clinicals, and co-ops makes a USF education a great value and investment into your future. Apply now at sf.edu. We are seeking applicants for $15 million in scholarships this year. This is your moment. Believe. Are you taking the first step towards a healthier you? Or are you just tired of the same workout? From beginners to fitness veterans, the Greater Fort Wayne YMCA is the place for you. We offer a full range of workout equipment, personal trainers, certified instructors, a full line of classes, an indoor pool, and so much more. Have peace of mind when you work out with childcare available. The Greater Fort Wayne YMCA is so much more. Join today. Visit fwymca.org.
At Grable Insurance, their most important job is to make sure you leave with the best coverage you can afford. They want to provide you protection from the unfortunate things that can happen and often do happen. The cheapest insurance is often not the best.
Visit online at GrableInsurance.com or stop in the office on Pony Express Run inside the Mercantile Office Park directly across from Higher Grounds Coffee House and see Ray Gage or Arnie Myers. Grable Insurance is a proud sponsor of East Allen County High School athletics.
Hi, this is Dale from the Voice Enterprises. For countless years, I struggled with back pain, and more often than not, the doctors would just prescribe pain meds, which would just dull the pain. It wasn't until I was referred to Indiana Physical Therapy that I truly experienced pain relief. The professionals at IPT showed me the correct exercises and stretches for my problems, and my back pain began to fade away, and as a result, my entire body began to feel better. Indiana Physical Therapy's highly trained professionals treat all types of injuries and ailments and accept all insurance. On IPT or to schedule an appointment, call 824-0522 or visit indianapt.com.
You know that Marco's Pizza in downtown Leo offers delicious pizza, but did you also know they have wings, subs, bread, and many other items that are also delicious? Online at marcospizza.com and carry out and delivery? Well, now you know. Marco's
great fresh roasted until its flavor reaches the towering peaks of Mount Delicious. You may have had other flatbread, but once you sink your teeth into this appetite-busting mountain of flavor, you'll know this is the real deal. Get any of your Subway favorites on our full-flavor flatbreads and let your taste buds sink into the delicious depth of goodness. Subway of Bluffton, eat fresh with 2 locations to serve you in North Main and inside Walmart.
T.W. Fable, a modern American restaurant, is located inside the clubhouse at Timber Ridge Golf Course at 2330 East, 250 North in Bluffton. You can enjoy a fine dining experience Tuesday through Thursday 5 to 9, Friday and Saturday 5 to 10. Kitchen closes 1/2 hour prior to lounge. If you're looking for a great spot to have lunch, visit 250 Grill to enjoy some sandwiches, wraps, salads, and appetizers. T.W. Fable Restaurant, 2330 East, 250 North at Timber Ridge Golf Course. Reservations recommended by calling 260-353-1360.
This is your moment. Explore the University of St. Francis. Known for our quality academic options and dedicated professors who practice in their fields, you will discover the perfect program to fit your interests and goals. Hands-on experience with internships, clinicals, and co-ops makes a USF education a great value and investment into your future. Apply now at sf.edu. We are seeking applicants for $15 million in scholarships this year. This is your moment. Believe. Are you taking the first step towards a healthier you? Or are you just tired of the same workout? From beginners to fitness veterans, the Greater Fort Wayne YMCA is the place for you. We offer a full range of workout equipment, personal trainers, certified instructors, a full line of classes, an indoor pool, and so much more. Have peace of mind when you work out with childcare available. The Greater Fort Wayne YMCA is so much more. Join today. Visit fwymca.org.
At Grable Insurance, their most important job is to make sure you leave with the best coverage you can afford. They want to provide you protection from the unfortunate things that can happen and often do happen. The cheapest insurance is often not the best.
Visit online at grableinsurance.com or stop in the office on Pony Express Run inside the Mercantile Office Park directly across from Higher Grounds Coffee House and see Ray Gage or Arnie Myers. Grable Insurance is a proud sponsor of East Allen County High School athletics.
Hi, this is Dale from the Voice Enterprises. For countless years, I struggled with back pain, and more often than not, the doctors would just prescribe pain meds, which would just dull the pain. It wasn't until I was referred to Indiana Physical Therapy that I truly experienced pain relief. The professionals at IPT showed me the correct exercises and stretches for my problems, and my back pain began to fade away, and as a result, my entire body began to feel better. Indiana Physical Therapy's highly trained professionals treat all types of injuries and ailments and accept all insurance. For more information on IPT or to schedule an appointment, call 824-0522 or visit indianapt.com.
You know that Marco's Pizza in downtown Leo offers delicious pizza, but did you also know they have wings, subs, bread, and many other items that are also delicious? And did you know you could order online at marcospizza.com? And did you know they have catering to help out with that party, meeting, or any event? And did you know they have carry-out and delivery? Well, now you know. Marco's Pizza in downtown Leo has pizza and so much more. You can get carry-out, delivery, catering, and order online, or call them at 627-2227. That's 627-2227. Marco's Pizza in downtown Leo.
It took Subway restaurants to do flatbread sandwich great, fresh roasted until its flavor reaches the towering peaks of Mount Delicious. You may have had other flatbread, but once you sink your teeth into this appetite-busting mountain of flavor, you'll know this is the real deal. Get any of your Subway favorites on our full-flavor flatbreads and let your taste buds sink into the delicious depth of goodness. Subway of Bluffton, eat fresh with 2 locations to serve you in North Main and inside Walmart.
TW Fable, a modern American restaurant, is located inside the clubhouse at Timber Ridge Golf Course at 2330 East, 250 North in Bluffton. You can enjoy a fine dining experience Tuesday through Thursday, 5 to 9, Friday and Saturday, 5 to 10. Kitchen closes 1/2 hour prior to lounge. If you are looking for a great spot to have lunch, visit 250 Grill to enjoy some sandwiches, wraps, salads, and appetizers. TW Fable Restaurant, 2330 East, 250 North at Timber Ridge Golf Course. Reservations recommended by calling 260-353-1360. This is your moment. Explore the University of St. Francis. Known for our quality academic options and dedicators who practice in their fields, you will discover the perfect program to fit your interests and goals. Hands-on experience with internships, clinicals, and co-ops makes a USF education a great value and investment into your future. Apply now at sf.edu. We are seeking applicants for $15 million in scholarships this year. This is your moment. Believe. Are you taking the first step towards a healthier you? Or are you just tired of the same workout? From beginners to fitness veterans, the Greater Fort Wayne YMCA is the place for you. We offer a full range of work. Downtown Leo has pizza and so much more. You can get carry-out delivery, catering, and order online, or call them at 627-2227. That's 627-2227. Marco's Pizza in downtown. Visit online at grapevilleinsurance.com or stop in the office on Pony Express Run inside the Mercantile Office Park, directly across from Higher Grounds Coffee House, and see Ray Gage or Arnie Myers. Grapeville Insurance is a proud sponsor of East Allen County High School athletics. Hi, this is Dale from the Voice Enterprises. For countless years, I struggled with back pain, and more often than not, the doctors would just prescribe pain meds, which would just dull the pain. It wasn't until I was referred to Indiana Physical Therapy that I truly experienced pain relief. The professionals at IPT showed me the correct exercises and stretches for my problems, and my back pain began to fade away, and as a result, my entire body began to feel better. Indiana Physical Therapy's highly trained professionals treat all types of injuries and ailments and accept all insurance. For more information on IPT or to schedule an appointment, call 824-0522 or visit indianapt.com. You know that Marco's Pizza in downtown Leo offers delicious pizza, but did you also know they have wings, subs, bread, and many other items that are also delicious? And did you know you could order online at marcospizza.com? And did you know they have catering to help out with that party, meeting, or any event? And did you know they have carry-out and delivery? Well, now you know. Marco's Pizza in downtown Leo has pizza and so much more. You can get carry-out delivery, catering, and order online, or call them at 627-2227. That's 627-2227. Marco's Pizza in downtown Leo.
It took Subway restaurants to do flatbread sandwich great, fresh roasted until its flavor reaches the towering peaks of Mount Delicious. You may have had other flatbread, but once you sink your teeth into this appetite-busting mountain of flavor, you'll know this is the real deal. Get any of your Subway favorites on our full-flavor flatbreads and let your taste buds sink into the delicious depth of goodness. Subway of Bluffton, eat fresh with 2 locations to serve you in North Main and inside Walmart.
All right, folks, we are back after several words from our sponsors. We'd like to thank them real quick, of course. Appreciate all the support we get from them and help making this broadcast possible. Once again, Steve Roberts along with Mike Walker back at the halftime show, brought to you by the University of St. Francis. Also have Kevin Yale going to join us in the box. I'm going to take the rest of the night off as Coach Mike Walker is outside and getting a chance to feel the nice cool breeze tonight here in Fort Wayne, Indiana, and KJ gets to warm up. So a couple quick rundowns on the stat side of things. Again, 17-9 in favor of the Bishop Dwenger Saints. Both teams were able to score in the first quarter. However, Leo had an extra point blocked, although I might actually think that it was kicked into the own offensive line. I think Von Gutten just hit a low one there. Then Dwenger goes on to outscore Leo 10-3 in the second quarter. So we're about to pick up the action here in the second half as Leo will be receiving the ball. Some first half stats for you. Total offensive yards, 172 for Leo, 174 for the Bishop Dwenger Saints. That coming on a lot of running for the Saints. 155 of those were running and got another 19 rushing. Excuse me. passing rather, for the Saints. And then Leo comes back with 102 yards rushing and 70 yards receiving, led by number 15, Tyler Hensinger. And 9 carries for 80 yards, a pretty solid first half for Hensinger, along with the touchdown. And then we have Amon Clark doing the blunt of the running for the Saints, and he is a hard guy to bring down because he gets to the edge real quick and is able to outrun almost anybody on the field. He got himself 13 carries for 112 yards. So we're going to pick it back up here from Zollner Stadium in a little bit here on Allen County Voice.
T.W. Fable, a modern American restaurant, is located inside the clubhouse at Timber Ridge Golf Course at 2330 East, 250 North in Bluffton. You can enjoy a fine dining experience Tuesday through Thursday, 5 to 9, Friday and Saturday, 5 to 10. Kitchen closes 1/2 hour prior to lounge. If you are looking for a great spot to have lunch, visit 250 Grill to enjoy some sandwiches, wraps, salads, and appetizers. T.W. Fable Restaurant, 2330 East, 250 North at Timber Ridge Golf Course. Reservations recommended by calling 260-353-1360. This is your moment. Explore the University of St. Francis. Known for our quality academic options and dedicated professors who practice in their fields, you will discover the perfect program to fit your interests and goals. Hands-on experience with internships, clinicals, and co-ops makes a USF education a great value and investment into your future. Apply now at sf.edu. We are seeking applicants for $15 million in scholarships this year. This is your moment. Believe. Are you taking the first step towards a healthier you, or are you just tired of the same workout? From beginners to fitness veterans, the Greater Fort Wayne YMCA is the place for you. We offer a full range of workout equipment, personal trainers, certified instructors, a full line of classes, an indoor pool, and so much more. Have peace of mind when you work out with childcare available. The Greater Fort Wayne YMCA is so much more. Join today. Visit fwymca.org.
We are back at Zollner Stadium. You're listening to the Voice Network. The Bishop Dwenger Saints up at the half, 17-9. Kevin Yale along with Mike Walker. Mike made the move from the press box out into the midst of the fans.
Yeah, it's balmy out here, too, by the way. It feels really nice compared to the press box. I can't believe you wanted to switch.
This is just a really great facility since they remodeled. And we're on the visitor side, which is also the home side. It's a little bit confusing, but we're at halftime. The Lions find themselves down 8, Mike, and I didn't get to get my 2 cents in during the first half, but I saw missed opportunities and penalties out there.
Yeah, missed opportunities and penalties. And Steve, he read the statistics, and I don't think any of the stats jumped out and surprised you. You know Clark's going to get his. You know Hensinger's going to get his. For the most part, Kloffenstein has just done a good job managing, although he has connected on a couple of good balls. But the big thing for Leo is missed opportunities, a couple of big penalties, which we talked about pregame. That in a game that's probably this tightly contested, you just can't have. And Leo's had a couple of yellow pieces of cloth down on the grass that's cost him.
Yeah, the kick return that was called back, the missed PAT, the one that I just I'm still kind of hurting over. 3rd down and 4 in Dwenger territory with less than 2 minutes remaining in the second quarter. The Lions took a timeout. They called that reverse play, and let's just say they executed negatively, right?
Yeah, and that was a big play. And you can argue that call all you want. If it works, then you look like a genius. If it doesn't, because Leo, Kevin, at that point had gashed Dwenger all the way down the field. They'd probably picked up 40 yards on about 4 or 5 plays. So that was 4-down territory, and you're going to think Leo's going to get a couple of yards there in 2 plays. But they went for the trickeration, and it cost them, and that drive stalled right there.
They the Lions did win the toss. They deferred to the second half, so they're going to get the ball back, Mike, and they're going to have a chance to do something right away.
Yeah, I think it's pretty important here that Leo have a good drive and put some points on the board, get the confidence back, maybe a little momentum back.
Okay, they faked the reverse on the return. This is number 2, Bo Carpenter. Carpenter with a nice return out to about the 37.
That's exactly what the doctor ordered. So, again, a little misdirection there. And Bonner hangs on to the ball and able to make a great return to give Leo some awesome field position here to start the second half.
Yeah, brought down by number 38, Isaac Cromwell. So the Lions are going to set things up. Their first drive of the second half. The Leo Lions down by 8. So they come out of the I and they give to Hensinger. He picks up 5 or 6.
Yeah, good gainer on that play. You had Lambright there as fullback. Hensinger is the tailback, and it looks like it's going to bring up about a 2nd and 5. And that's on the Lion 42-yard line. So, yeah, looking for a good momentum drive here. Hopefully get some points on the board, get Leo right back into the ball game. Not that they're out of it.
The lone setback was Hensinger, and he'll be about a yard short of the first down. Got a nice 3rd and 1 coming up.
A nice 3rd and 1. Big play right here for the Lions. You're definitely going to want to pick this up.
As I was saying, I didn't get a chance to get my 2 cents in the first half, but I told Steve at halftime I just kept practicing saying Pachelny and Amon Clark. It seemed like that's pretty much what you guys did on the other side of the ball. We'll see what the Lions do here on 3rd down.
And we've got a flag down, and it's offsides on Bishop Dwenger. So somebody must have been lined up in the neutral zone there, Kevin, and that's going to cost him 5 yards.
I also felt the penalties in the first half were one-sided, but there were 4 against Leo and 3 against Dwenger, so it's now tied 4-4.
4-4.
Why does it always seem like your guys get more penalties?
It just always seems that way.
Well, here's Kloffenstein with a 1st and 10. We're right at midfield. The first drive of the second half here for the Lions. Hensinger with a little bit of room. Rips off about 6.
Yeah, so far some good running. A lot of running room there for Hensinger. And he knows what to do with the ball if he gets a little bit of daylight. It doesn't take him long to make a cut upfield. And he keeps those legs turning after contact and always falls forward and seems to pick up another 2 or 3, sometimes 4 or 5 yards. So, nice run by Hensinger.
More Hensinger. And he will have a first down, and a nice surge by that offensive line. I look like Jahan Allen leading the charge there. Hensinger just following.
And Hensinger's fired up, and he got behind that line, and they just kept driving. Picked up another big first down to keep this drive going.
Clock moving along. We're approaching 9.5-minute mark in the 3rd quarter. Sectional 19 championship football from Zauner Stadium in Fort Wayne. Hensinger gets wide. Nearly got wide. He was tripped up in the backfield by number 40, Colin Burns. We'll give him credit for tripping up Hensinger and holding him to no gain.
Yeah, that was great penetration there by Dwenger's defense. Able to shoestring tackle Hensinger there. And no gain on the play, making it 2nd and 10.
Now we've got the I formation. Kloffenstein under center. Lambright bowls forward. Well, that's going to bring up 3rd and long.
And not much room again there on that play. So Lambright just not able to get moving. Once that kid gets his momentum going, it's tough to bring him down. He just wasn't able to get up to speed there. So another good defensive play by Dwenger. So a big 3rd down play here and a lot of yards to gain by the Lions. And it looks like we've got a official's timeout. And it's Joe Lambright again, his helmet. He had trouble with that, if you remember, Kevin, at the end of the first half.
He did. He came off the field.
And he just took his helmet off again. The referee came in, and if that's an issue again with the helmet, he's probably going to have to come off for a play. And Lambright's a kid you don't want off the field. So hopefully they can get that fixed.
Well, while they're working on it, we'll thank Grable Insurance. Their most important job is to make sure you leave with the best coverage you can afford. Grable Insurance on Pony Express Run inside the Mercantile Office Park in Leo. Road construction notwithstanding, right? There we go. Kaufenstein play will stop. In fact, it never started, did it?
There's no flag down. I don't know. They want the play clock to reset, so
okay.
No penalty on the play, just a reset of the play clock.
A reboot.
Yep. Yeah, so Clambright didn't have to come out that time because the official is the one that had him take the helmet off to try to fix the issue. So his helmet didn't come off on its own, so Joe's able to stay in the game.
Well, Coach Sauter sent in a pass play. Now he sent in a new play. Kaufenstein to the air. He's looking for Sauer. He's got it. Sauer inside the 10. It will be first and goal, Leo.
Great touch pass there by Kaufenstein. Sauer able to get under the pass and collect it. Huge gain, a huge play by the Lions again, who need to score here on this possession to get the momentum back, get some confidence back. So big play.
Yeah, we're at the 6-yard line. Craig Kaufenstein hooks up with Sauer. Kaufenstein under center.
Not a lot of
and goal, Leo. This is Hensinger. He's getting wide. He's cutting it in. Brought down, I would say, near the 3.
Boy, Stayline made a great tackle because there was a lot of green there, and I thought Hensinger was going to be able to cut it up.
It did. It opened up for him. He cut inside.
Great shoestring tackle there.
Second and goal. They're marking it at the 2.
Marking it at the 2-yard line, so.
Okay. Mike Walker with the outside view. I'm Kevin Yale. I've got the inside view. Will the Lions get in the end zone? Hensinger's got a nice surge from the left side of that line, and he's in. A 2-yard Tyler Hensinger run.
And that's what the doctor ordered there for the Lions. That's a big drive, big third down play, big pass play to get the Lions into the end zone to make it 17-15 with the point after try here by.
Jared Sauter's going to go with the 2-point conversion attempt, I would think.
Yeah, try to make up that extra point miss.
So we're looking at the Lions with an opportunity to tie this game. I'm starting to feel it, Mr. Walker. I'm getting excited again.
I'll tell you what, the Lions sidelines pumped up. The players on the field are pumped up. That was a big drive.
Hensinger is stopped short. He is stopped at the 1.
Great.
The score will remain 17-15.
Great defensive play by Dwenger. They filled that gap. There was a hole. There was time to get there. And it looked like the D tackle and the Winklejohn there and the linebacker filled that gap, and nothing doing there on the 2-point conversion for the Lions. So that's going to keep it 17-15.
Okay, and we're gonna step aside just for a moment. We'll be back at Zollner Stadium after this message.
At Grable Insurance, their most important job is to make sure you leave with the best coverage you can afford. They want to provide you protection from the unfortunate things that can happen and often do happen. The cheapest insurance is often not the best.
Visit online at GrableInsurance.com or stop in the office on Pony Express Run inside the Mercantile Office Park, directly across from Higher Grants Coffee House, and see Ray Gage or Arnie Myers. Grable Insurance is a proud sponsor of East Allen County High School athletics.
The Lions ready to kick. Saints will take over at the 20. Our scoreboard has been updated to reflect not only that we're in the third quarter, but also we're going to give the Leo Lions their well-deserved points. 17 for the Saints, 15 for the Lions.
Got to give a big shout out to a couple of my neighbors there in Wilderness Creek, there in Leo, Joe Carcione and Brett Swaney, listening to the game live on Allen County Voice. Couple of huge Leo fans, by the way.
The Saints turn with the ball. They've got second down and right about 6. Ball resting at the 25. Pachelny with Clark. This was Harris, the fullback, as they lined up in the eye. He ripped off 7 yards, so the Bishop Dwenger running game continues, Mike, to slice and dice and gain chunks, 7 here, 8 here.
And you know they're going to do that. I mean, they have the offensive line. You just look at who they've played on the year, and they've been able to get their yards running in every game. So it's not going to be any difference against Leo. It's just, can you make the stop at the right time? Because Dwenger's not going to turn the ball over
Shelney
most
from
times.
The eye. He's going to go to the air. His pass is complete near the 40-yard line. Short of the first down.
So Pachelny with a bullet
to Federspiel.
To Federspiel, yep, right over the middle to pick up 8 yards. Got a couple more scores here from Coach Newberg. I want to thank Coach Newberg for sending those. Belmont still with a 14-0 lead. They got a pickoff on Bishop Lures on a 4th and goal.
Pachelny keeps the ball and will lose yardage. We'll identify that Lion tackler for you because he blew up that play in the backfield.
So Mason Kern there with a great defensive play.
Yeah, credit Kern there.
For Leo, making it 3rd and all. That's a long 3. We've got another score. Carmel up 20-0 on Homestead.
The Lion defense with a big 3rd down situation. The Saints 3rd and 3. The give is to the fullback Harris. Yeah, he's 2 yards short anyways.
Well, Dwenger's coming to the line quickly. They're running a hurry-up play.
There is no punter on the field. 4th and 2. Pachelny barking signals. Is he going to try and draw the Lions off? Yeah, he's going with a long count.
I don't think they're going to run a play.
So far, the Lions haven't taken the bait.
8 seconds to go on the play clock. Pachelny's going to drop back and do a quick kick.
Pachelny gets his punt away. Oh, it is rolling inside the Lion 5.
Touchback. It's a touchback.
And it did cross the goal line. It was very close. No, it is down on the 1, Mike.
Oh, the Dwenger cover kid landed in the end zone while he was touching the ball.
And the official was crossing his arms above his head. I thought that was touchback, but it was just down. Okay, the Leo Lions down to 99 yards away from.
Yeah, I don't understand that. There was at least one Dwenger cover kid that had half of his body in the end zone while his hands were on the ball, downing it. So that's a big play. Leo with the ball on their own 1 yard line.
Nice gain by Hensinger. He picks up approximately 5.
Yeah, that's a big play there to give Leo just a little bit of running room. So Hensinger with a pickup of just about 5. That's
more than 4.
A little bit more than 4 there. So that brings up 2nd down.
And the clock moving. 3 minutes and 28 seconds remaining in the 3rd quarter.
Boy, that was a big punt, Kevin, by Dwenger there, really pinning Leo on the 1 because Leo has all the momentum.
Now the Lions came out at halftime, scored on their first drive, cut the lead to 2. Now they're trying to move the ball from deep in their own territory. Hensinger might have gotten a yard or 2, so the Lions are going to face 3rd down and about 4.
Yeah, so this is a big play, too. You'd like the Lions to pick up the first down here because that's going to pin them for a punt in their own end zone. And the field has been flipped. Whenever you can pin the ball inside the 5 and stop a team from picking up a first down, that's tough going when you have to punt out of your own end zone. So we'll see if Leo's able to pick up the first down here.
The Saints hold a 17-15 lead. Poffenstein to the air on 3rd and 4. It's complete. And it will be a first down.
Wow.
What a clutch throw and catch. Gunnar Brown on the receiving end of that, Mike.
What a clutch play. Great pass.
However, we've got whenever 3 officials.
It may be pass interference or holding on the defense. Klovenstein gunned that ball in there. Brown made a great catch. It was a quick hitter on the slant. Picked up the first down, but the refs are talking about it now. Pass interference, Bishop Dwenger. And it's going to be in a personal foul face mask on Bishop Dwenger. So they declined the pass interference, and they took the personal foul face mask for 15 yards. So just as quick as Leo was pinned on their own 1.
I was going to say, mark this down that the drive began on the 1 because the drive is alive and continuing.
Leo now has the ball at their own 28, so a couple of real big plays there for the Lions.
Under center. Tyler Hensinger, the lone back. Some Hensinger left. Dropped right away. Perhaps no gain.
The right side of that Dwenger line made some plays there. They got in the gaps and stuffed that play, so nothing doing, maybe a yard there for Hensinger.
That was number 40, Colin Burns again. A minute 42 remaining in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, this quarter's gone quick. A lot of running plays. Clock's just kept ticking.
Kloffenstein to the air. He's got his man complete. There's a flag. Lambright will be near the first down, but a flag came down immediately as soon as Joe caught the ball.
Again, that could be some kind of illegal contact there where that flag's thrown. It's not a position where a holding, rest pointing Dwenger's way, so that may be, again, another some type of holding on a wide receiver against Bishop Dwenger. So just like Leo shot themselves in the foot a little bit the first half, Kevin, Dwenger's doing the same to themselves now. Belmont now, Kevin, up 21-0 on Bishop Lures.
The Belmont Braves.
Wow. The only loss
standing
for the year against the Lions was Belmont. So you know they're a quality team, but that's a shocker to a lot of people, I would think.
Okay, Coach Souter talking to the officials. The hold being signaled against the Saints.
And the Lions are just going to take the play.
The result of the play is a first down. That drive that began at the 1 is now at the Lion 39.
Yeah, that's great for the Leo Lions. So yeah, they declined the penalty, which is just a 5-yard variety for a holding there in the secondary.
And it's one thing to get out from beneath the shadow of your own goalpost, but you also need points. This drive has got to produce some points. Here comes Craig Kloffenstein. High formation. The toss to Hensinger. He's going to get 4. Burns again. No, it's 48. Landon Campbell making the stop.
Looks like they're going to give Hensinger about 3. They're a long 3 maybe, so about 2nd and 7.
I think the Lions will get another playoff in the 3rd quarter. At least one more play.
54 seconds and counting here, late in the 3rd quarter.
I'm just afraid we're going to run out of time before we run out of fun, so let's get some points. Here we go. Campbell once again makes the stop. Hensinger to the 45. We're right at about 31 seconds. Another big 3rd down play.
And they will get a playoff here with 20 seconds on the play clock, 22 seconds on the game clock.
Okay, so the third quarter is going to end dramatically here because the Lions with a must 3rd and 5.
Big play. Kloffenstein back in the shotgun.
Hensinger will be very close. From here it looks like he has it, but he's going to be within a foot of the first down.
Boy, where I'm looking, Kevin, the referee is right on the line. It looks like that's going to be a first down.
Kloffenstein and Hensinger ran a little pitch option right.
They're going to measure for it, but from my vantage point, that ball is it splits the marker evenly.
The clock shows that the fourth quarter has ended. We'll update our scoreboard, and Mike's watching the officials as they bring out the chains. Let us know what happens.
Yeah, Coach Newberg brings up that is a first down for the Lions. Huge play for Leo. So that gives the Lions a 1st and 10, almost right at midfield. They're on their own 49. I don't know, Kevin. Do you think they would have gone for it there if they had to pick it up? I don't know.
There's a whole quarter left to play.
That's a tough place to go for it. But anyway, Coach Newberg, Kevin, gives me a good point here. Only team to beat Leo was Belmont. Only team to beat Dwenger was Lures, and Belmont's putting it on Lures tonight.
That is a little three-way parody, if you will. Well, let's thank Marco's Pizza. Located in downtown Leo, they serve not only pizza, but wings, subs, bread, and many other delicious items. Marco's also offers catering, carry-out, and delivery. That's 627-2227. Call Marco's. Get pizza and cheer for the Lions. Fingers crossed, 12 minutes remaining in this game. Hensinger finds some room. He is near the Dwenger 42-yard line.
I'll tell you what, Kevin, the Lions offensive line is starting to make some hay there against Dwengers. They're getting some push just like they did on that initial drive of the game. And there are some big running lanes for Hensinger who, like Clark, doesn't need a lot of room before he turns it upfield.
Second and 2. Hensinger left. Oh, he is stacked up and will lose I would say 2 yards.
Boy,
Austin Burns that time.
Great penetration, really.
For a loss.
The whole Dwenger left side of their line just blew that play up. A lot of penetration there, and Burns was the one to make the tackle. So great defensive play by Dwenger.
And once again, 3rd and 5.
And timeout on the field, and Coach Sauter is going to take a timeout to talk about this important third down play.
Okay, we will be right back after this message.
Hi, this is Dale from the Voice Enterprises. For countless years, I struggled with back pain, and more often than not, the doctors would just prescribe pain meds, which would just dull the pain. It wasn't until I was referred to Indiana Physical Therapy that I truly experienced pain relief. The professionals at IPT showed me the correct exercises and stretches for my problems, and my back pain began to fade away, and as a result, my entire body began to feel better. Indiana Physical Therapy's highly trained professionals treat all types of injuries and ailments and accept all insurance. For more information on IPT or to schedule an appointment, call 824-0522 or visit indianapt.com.
Thank you, Indiana Physical Therapy, for sponsoring Voice Network Football. 3rd and 5. Lions down 2. 10 minutes and 53 seconds remaining in quarter number 4. We're watching Kloffenstein out of the shotgun. He's got all day. He throws it into double coverage, and Bo Carpenter nearly made the juggling catch. Now we've got 4th and 5.
Klopfenstein kind of lofted that one up there. He got away with one. That ball could have been picked just as easily as it was caught by Carpenter, but Carpenter made a great play on the ball and almost came down with it.
Amon Clark and Thornton are deep. They're awaiting Ben Von Gunten's kick. Maybe Ben can return the favor and have the Lions down one on the Bishop Dwenger one. Great kick right at the sideline.
Great punt.
And the official rules that it's going to be out of bounds right about the 9. The 9-yard line or the 10. So as Bishop Dwenger pinned the Lions deep, and the Lions ran off a nice little drive, and then they punted, and they have pinned Bishop Dwenger back at their 9-yard line. Are we going to see Amon Clark, and more Amon Clark?
That to me is the safe call that Dwenger can make time in and time out here with 10:40 to go here in the fourth quarter. If you're Leo, you're going to have to make a stop to get the ball back down 2.
Well, there are split backs behind Pachelny.
And there's a flag.
A lot of momentum and a second effort, and the flag came in late.
That's usually some kind of face mask or personal foul. Usually not a hold when it comes in that late, but we'll see. The refs are talking about it. Got a score by from one of my friends, Greg Lance, over at Homestead. Carmel up big on Homestead, 27-0. Tells me that the O-line for Carmel is massive.
Okay, here's the call. It is against Bishop Dwenger.
So we'll see what that was. If it was a personal foul, did you catch that, Kevin? It looked like it just got moved back 5 yards, so I'm not sure what that would have been. Oh, helping the runner.
Well, I was talking about the second and third effort there at the very end of the play. It just wasn't being done legally.
So, yeah, I don't know. I know you can move the pile, but I don't know specifically. It was impossible to see.
Well, Notre Dame fans know the Reggie Bush push.
The Reggie Bush push.
Might have been the Bishop Dwenger flavor of the Reggie Bush push right there. Here's Pachelny. He keeps it. A flag again. And Bishop Dwenger coaching staff is up in the press box, and they're unhappy.
That's in the area of holding, and it looks like they know it. So that's going to move them back again. Oh, chop block. So that's a personal foul. So Dwenger falling apart a little bit here with their backs to the end zone.
And the Lion defense with an opportunity here to hold and get a punt return. And we know the Lion speedsters they can put back on a punt return and really set something up. But the defense is going to have to do it to set up the offense here. Meanwhile, the Saints have been marched back to their 7. And there's still a flag, sir. Pick it up.
He's got it. There he goes.
He's got to pick it up so he can throw it again, right? Here's Pachelny with the man in motion who takes it.
Another flag.
Yeah, in the back that carried, and we're not seeing number 27, Will Seltzer, but we're not seeing Amon Clark.
And another late hit by a Bishop Dwenger Saint there that wasn't called. Illegal shift on the Saints. So that is the third penalty in a row on Dwenger. They are not going in the right direction. 9:44 to go here early in the fourth quarter.
Number 21, Zach Norton. They needed 17 for the first down. He connected after about 8 yards, and he did the rest.
So he got 47 yards. That right there, so far, Kevin, that's the play of the game.
That is the play of the game for sure.
Dwenger backed up against their own end zone, and a great pass by Pachedny to Norton for a huge gainer, puts the ball right at midfield.
Now, once again, the defense is going to have to come to the occasion. He is gashing the Lions here all the way to the 30. That was Amon Clark with the first down. Spot the ball at the Lion 30.
A big run by Clark. A lot of daylight there in that hole. Again, it doesn't take him.
It was 27 that carried, I think.
And there's a timeout called by Coach Souter.
Yeah, the Lions trying to get it together here on defense. We will step aside briefly and be back at Zollner Stadium. The Lions down 2, and it's getting late.
You know that Marco's Pizza in downtown Leo offers delicious pizza. But did you also know they have wings, subs, bread, and many other items that are also delicious? And did you know you could order online at marcospizza.com? And did you know they have catering to help out with that party, meeting, or any event? And did you know they have carry-out and delivery? Well, now you know. Marco's Pizza in downtown Leo has pizza and so much more. You can get carry-out, delivery, catering, and order online, or call them at 627-2227. That's 627-2227.
We are back at Zollner Stadium. Bishop Dwenger facing 3rd and 17. Ripped off a 47-yard pass play. Came back with an Amon Clark run all the way to the Lion 30. And then Leo took timeout to try and restore some stability here to the defense. Here's Pachelny with split backs behind him. He gives to 27.
Yeah, I didn't think that was Clark that carried there either, Kevin.
The PA announcer is saying Clark, but it looked like 27 to me, which is Selzer.
Yeah, it was 27. So a gain of about 5. That brings up 2nd and 5. Huge stop.
It's possible that Clark had to change his jersey or something because he ran like Clark.
Yes,
he just had a different number. It was a 5-yard gain nonetheless, and he's still at it. Now, and he's got a first down and more. But once again, a flag comes in late.
2 Lions down on the play as well, so I don't know if that had anything to do with the flag, but this is a stand that Leo's going to have to make at this point in the game. 8:32 to go in the 4th quarter, down 2. A touchdown here by Dwenger would probably just about put the game out of reach.
Face mask penalty is called against Leo.
Against the Lions.
So Dwenger with a big drive. And the Lions just helped him out.
And Jahan Allen, one of the players that went down, and he gingerly jogged off the field. So he's not going to be in for this play.
We're at the 8-minute and 32-second mark of the 4th quarter. Bishop Dwenger 17, the Leo Lions 15. Sectional 19 championship. After the face mask, it's 1st and 10 for the Saints.
On the 11.
On the 11-yard line. Here's Pachelny. Once again, Clark. Hit and driven back after a pretty good gain. Only a 3-yard gain that time.
So if you're the Lions, Kevin, you got to hope that you can stop them and hold them to a field goal.
The Lions would be thrilled to hold them to a field goal the way this drive is going. This is as we're told in the press box, this is the 10th play of the Bishop Dwenger drive. Pachelny pitches it.
Looks like Wigglejohn has it just almost on the 1 there.
Which is going to make for a 1st and goal situation. Well, we'll see where they spot it.
And maybe he's not that close. It's tough to see from our vantage point. Maybe it's down on the 2, so it wasn't a first down. They're going to measure.
Mike with the close-up of that measurement.
So now I'm trying to recall. This will be third down and about a foot and a half to go from just inside the 2-yard line.
Yeah, more than a foot. Third and a foot. Great camera work there by Michael Walker.
Anything I do that's great, Kevin, is purely lucky.
Oh, he can text with his left hand, run the camera with his right, describe the game. He can do everything but stop Bishop Dwenger right here. Third down and a foot.
And the Lions need to stop.
That will be a touchdown.
And that is bad news if you are a Leo Lion. That's going to make it 23-15. With the extra point, would make it 24-15. And that is 9-point differential.
A 2-score differential.
2-score differential. So Dwenger did what they had to do, and they drove the ball down. Big pass play, the game of the play to Norton there. That 47-yarder is the play of the game that really opened this wide open for Dwenger.
29 for the kick. It's going to be Keenan Buenchenko. Keenan Buenchenko with the successful point after touchdown.
And a big point after at that. So that makes it 24-15, 9-point Dwenger lead with 7:13 to go here midway through the fourth quarter.
Okay, the glass half full for the Lions. 7 minutes and 13 seconds remain.
You got 7 minutes and 13 seconds to make some noise. So absolutely possible, but they're going to need to score on this drive.
Okay, we'll step aside and hear from a sponsor. From Zollner Stadium, this is the Voice Network. Bishop Dwenger 24, the Leo Lions 15.
Marco's Pizza in downtown Leo.
It took Subway restaurants to do flatbread sandwich great, fresh roasted until its flavor reaches the towering peaks of Mount Delicious. You may have had other flatbread, but once you sink your teeth into this appetite-busting mountain of flavor, you'll know this is the real deal. Get any of your Subway favorites on our full-flavor flatbreads and let your taste buds sink into the delicious depth of goodness. Subway of Bluffton, eat fresh with 2 locations to serve you in North Main and inside Walmart.
Back at Zollner Stadium.
So they did just give a final on the Belmont Lures game, and Belmont victorious sectional championship 21-7 over Bishop Lures.
Well, that speaks highly of the Northeast 8 Conference.
Absolutely it does. So let's see if the Lions can somehow manage to pull one out here.
As Buenchenko prepares to kick it away. The Lions speedsters are deep. Well, they kicked it away from the deep backs. Unless that was a shank, they deliberately kicked it away from the deep backs. And it's down right about the 30.
So that makes it 1st and 10 from the 30. Yeah, they may not want much to do with Trenton Bonner after that first half touchdown, John, that didn't count. But they saw all they needed to see of him.
Hensinger stopped.
So Hensinger tries to make some hay on the left-hand side. Dwenger said, no, sir, not in this direction. They have their confidence up now. The defense they see blood in the water.
Just under 7 minutes. He hits Gunnar Brown. First down, Leo. He being Cray Kloffenstein.
Who, for all
chains will move.
Yeah, for all intents and purposes, Kevin, he's looked pretty good. He's just really made, to me, one throw where he just kind of threw it up in the air. Otherwise, he's been on the money with touch passes and
his few runs that he's made have been very forceful. Here's the pitch to Hensinger. Hensinger's turned in, but he manages somehow to get away and to get outside, and he breaks away from the Saints and takes it to the 35-yard line.
Huge play, and that's the play Leo needed to give them some hope with 6:29 to go here in the fourth quarter.
He appeared to be down, and he broke away from those tacklers. We've got to update the scoreboard here.
And he's done that a lot this year. When he appears down, again, he keeps those legs churning, and it's tough to bring him down. He's not that big of a kid. but he's quick and powerful. Kloffenstein keeps it, takes it up the middle.
Nice run by Cray.
So that picks up some good yardage.
Yeah, great field position here. You know, we're right at 6 minutes.
And you don't have to score a touchdown on this drive. You just need points, whether it be a field goal or a touchdown. Again, Leo being 9 points down. They're down 2 possessions.
Kloffenstein to the air. Finds Gunnar Brown. Brown's at the 15-yard to 17-yard line. First down, Leo, in Dwenger territory.
Well, again,
5 minutes and 39 seconds remain.
That's what you need from the Lions. You need these big gainers. You don't have a ton of time left in the game. 5:39 to go. So a quick score here. I don't know if they'll onside kick it if they do score, or if they'll kick deep and see if they can hold them.
From the 18, 5.5 minutes remain. Hensinger bottled up as he goes left. He lost 2 yards. Clock continues to run. It will be near 5 minutes.
And another problem the Lions have, Kevin, is I believe they're just down to 1 timeout. So they're not going to be able to stop the clock via the timeout late in this game.
Under 5 minutes. 2nd and 11 for Cray Kloffenstein. He's under pressure. He's going to keep it. Kloffenstein picks up about 8. He's down inside the 15. And we've said this before. Leo has a crucial 3rd and 5.
Yeah, and again, it's 4-down territory if you're going to go for the touchdown, but you've got a big-legged kicker in Ben Von Gunten who can reach from here. So if they don't pick it up, you got a decision to make. Do we want to go for it, or do we want to kick the field goal and get the 3?
I prefer pick up the first down right here.
Absolutely.
3rd down and 5 for the Lions. This is Kloffenstein from the gun. To the air. Gunnar Brown was hit.
And there's the flag.
And the flag resulted.
So pass interference on Dwenger. Huge play there.
That was an easy call for the officials.
Easy call for every fan in the stadium, on the Leo side anyway, who got up and protested simultaneously, and the flags came out.
Well, the result of that
is a first down.
Will be a first down. Our clock check shows 4 minutes and 5 seconds. Lions down 9.
That's going to move the ball.
It's
going to move it half the distance, so puts the ball at the 6 with 4:05 to go here late in the 4th quarter. So the Lions knocking on the door.
Kloffenstein under center with Tyler Hensinger behind him. This will be Hensinger. The right side is open. Great blocking, and Hensinger's to the 1.
Great run by Hensinger. Not a lot of room in there to run, and he took the ball all the way down to the 1.
He snaked his way through a lot of traffic there.
And he does that. Again, he just keeps those legs churning, and he turns those pads sideways when he needs to. Always going forward.
It's closer to the 2-yard line, but it is. Sneak by Kloffenstein.
And
he gets rejected.
Nothing there.
His initial effort was rejected. He bounced back. They're calling it no gain.
I'd like to see Leo in a little bit more of a hurry-up mode here.
Yeah, that was costly in terms of time off
yes,
clock.
Yes, it was. And there's 3:15 to go here in the 4th quarter.
Running.
And they're coming back to huddle up. So they are using a lot of time with only 1 timeout to go.
Clock shows 3 minutes remaining. We're watching Kloffenstein again. The second attempt on the sneak is
He's
good.
In.
So Craig Kloffenstein from the 2. Touchdown Lions.
Touchdown Lions. And the end of that drive used enough time, Kevin, that I'm afraid Leo's just going to have one option here, and that's probably going to be an onside kick.
Ben Von Gunten will try to make this a 2-point game again.
So that blocked extra point early is costly because Leo's down 2 only because they tried to go for 2 and were stopped. So this could be for the tie had he not missed that initial kick. So it is going to come into play here. The Lions are going to have to score again.
They need the ball. And 3 points to capture a sectional championship.
I'm calling onside kick because you just don't want to kick it deep to Dwenger, who's got the running back in Mack that they can just chew up time. You only have one timeout if you're Leo. So to me, the prudent play here is the onside kick.
Well, the Lion kickoff team is huddled up around Coach.
It looks like I see Federspiel out there for Dwenger, so it looks like the hands team is in for Dwenger.
Okay, we're going to keep our broadcast right here at Zollner Stadium. I'd like to thank some of our sponsors while the Lions get aligned, particularly Grable Insurance and Marco's Pizza, our great neighborhood Leo sponsors. You're listening to
play.
Ellen County Voice, and we have been proud this year to bring you all the Leo High School football action. And basketball as well. We've already had a girls' game broadcast on the Voice Network. But right now, it's all about Ben Von Gunten.
And getting a funny bounce.
Can the Saints handle the onside? There's the hop. Saints are on it. The Lion crowd is going crazy.
Leo got the ball, Kevin. Leo recovered the ball at the 49-yard line of Bishop Dwenger.
And see if you can identify the man on the ball. At this point, we don't know, but whoever he is.
The Dwenger player's down. He's out. The Dwenger player looks like he took the brunt of that.
Well, while the officials get organized and they get some good medical care for the man that's down. Let's just kind of set the stage for you here. The Leo Lions just scored on a Craig Kloffenstein quarterback sneak. Ben Von Gunten kicked the extra point to make it 24-22. Ben Von Gunten comes right back with the onside kick recovered by the Lions. So the drama...
Incredible. 2:51 to go. This is a big 2 minutes and 51 seconds. Leo just drove the ball down on Dwenger. So, Kevin, you think about this, too. Their defense just came off the field after a long drive by Leo. So they're not going to be fresh. And the Lions now have the momentum.
Yeah, you would expect Leo with the momentum on offense, as Mike said, a weary Dwenger defense that had just been on the field for a long Leo drive. But there is the player for Bishop Dwenger who went down. He's sitting up. We think it's number
21, maybe.
Yeah, that would be. And he's being helped off. Zachary Norton.
And he's under his own power, so that is a great thing.
That is.
As he walks off completely under his own power.
And he currently is the placeholder with the play of the game with his 47-yard catch from Pachelny for Bishop Dwenger. But there's still some football story to be written here at Zollner Stadium. 2 minutes and 51 seconds remain.
And Leo doesn't need to be in that big of a hurry, even with only one timeout. They only need 3 points. So 3 points will put them up 1.
All eyes on Craig Kloffenstein from the gun. They're going to go to the air right away. He's sacked. He gets away from the sack. Nearly intercepted, but the most important thing is incomplete. They didn't lose a big yardage. He was nearly down, Mike.
I don't know how he didn't go down there. Two Dwenger defenders almost had him for a loss. Somehow Cray eluded both and escaped and got the ball off for a near interception. Lions maintain possession.
That was scary at the end as the gold helmet flashed in front of the Lion receiver. But we have 2nd and 10, 2 minutes and 43 seconds remaining.
I hate to second-guess a play call, but, boy, the Lions sure chewed up a ton of running yardage on that last drive. He's going to throw again.
Gunnar Brown, double covered, nearly intercepted. Yeah, number 25 on the play defensively. Stroud Says we're live.
I just got a text message that possibly we stopped streaming. We hope. No, we're on. We're back on.
Okay. Our computer says live. This is the reverse. We're going to need a lot of yards. He's close. He's got it. He has got the first down. And he being Mr. Trenton Bonner.
Now that was a great play call. Leo needed a lot of yards. 2 unsuccessful pass plays. Little misdirection there on the end around. And Bonner, who is very quick, able to gain the first down, keeps Leo in business with 2:24 to go.
Bishop Dwenger 24, Leo 22. Kaufenstein's got a little bit of running room. He hangs onto the ball and he goes down. He only gained a yard, and the clock's going to get down near the 2-minute mark.
But I just keep thinking, I don't know what you think, but with Dwenger's defense being weary, boy, I say open up some holes and let Hensinger find a lane and let him rip.
Well, it's 2nd and nearly 10. Here are the Lions. Kaufenstein. And 4th down. And Mike, the wind, look at that flag down there in the end zone. The wind would be at Ben Von Gunten's back. Fourth and 4.
And the Lions have to go for it. So Coach Sauter knows that will be probably a prayer for Von Gunten to hit from here. So Leo's got to pick it up. The clock's ticking. And
play will come to a stop.
Dwenger takes a timeout.
Okay, so the Saints defense takes timeout. We're going to keep it right here. It is 4th down and 4. 46 seconds remaining in the Sectional 19 championship game. And didn't you have a feeling when that first point after touchdown failed that would be the story? And as you mentioned, the Leo Lions went for 2 then on their next touchdown. So it is the story, but the 46 seconds still on the clock, the 4th down and 4.
And that would be about a 48-yard field goal for Von Gunten. And that is, I mean, that's really a prayer for the sophomore kicker. So you're going to want to, you got to get the first down. Hopefully you can pick up some more yards, get them a little closer. You have the 1 timeout, although they can spike the ball, but it all hinges on this play.
And Bishop Dwenger's calling on their defense, because if their defense can make a stop here, they will be sectional champs.
And I like the timeout called by Dwenger there to give the guys a little bit of a breather so that they can go all out on this play.
Okay. All eyes on Craig Kloffenstein from the gun. 4th and 4. Craig Kloffenstein with a first down, but the ball came loose.
But they're going to call him down. They're going to call him down. The ball did come loose at the end of that play.
Stadium is shaking right now, but Craig Kloffenstein did pick up the Lion first down.
And that's going to stop the clock to move the chains.
37 seconds remaining. The Lion offense on the field. Kloffenstein under center.
And he spikes it. So that stops the clock with 32.9 seconds to go. The ball on the 25. Right now that would be a 42-yard field goal attempt. Again, I think that's asking a lot out of the sophomore kicker. So you'd hope to get 5, maybe 10 more yards, if not a score, before you call the timeout and bring Ben on.
The Lions do have 1 timeout remaining as my memory serves
You've
me.
got a Dwenger coach on the sidelines going absolutely crazy. Leo fans calling for a flag.
2nd down. Kloffenstein from the gun. Hensinger with a nice surge.
You got to get back up and you got to spike this.
The clock is going to be near 20 seconds.
But that would make it 4th down. So
under 20 seconds, clock running.
So Leo's going to let it run down. And I believe they're going to bring Ben on for the attempt, Kevin.
The ball
is at the 22, so that's a 39-yard field goal attempt. Just a little bit of pressure. That's going to be it. 1.8 seconds to go.
I can't stand it.
The ball on the Dwenger 22-yard line. That's going to make it a 39, close to 40-yard kick.
For Ben Von Gunten.
And the wind's at his back, and he has the leg. So you just got to hope he can keep that head down and drill the ball and put it through.
He's a 10th grader. Stands 5'10". He's got a lot of weight on his shoulders right now.
Everybody in the stadium on both sides of the field on their feet. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. A lot of pressure riding on the sophomore shoulders here.
I would close my eyes, except that we've got to call this game.
Dwenger's going to look to get some penetration because he's going to have to drive the ball, but he absolutely has the leg. He just
from
needs
the
to
hold of
concentrate.
number 3, Ryan Gauze.
Ryan Gauze. And that's part of it, Kevin. You got to make the snap and hold. And Dwenger's going to try to ice him. That's a good play. Make him think about it a little bit.
Oh, Ben's just going to readjust, pick up his kicking tee.
Now, at this point in time, can Ben come over and take a couple of shanks into the net, or can you not?
I don't think he can leave the field.
Okay. So
yeah, there is a little bit on the line here for this game.
A little bit on the line. Every fan
championship
in the stadium's feeling it. You can feel the tension here. It's a lot of pressure. He just needs to keep his head down, do what he's been doing in practice every day, get a good hit, get a good strike on the ball. Does have the wind at his back. When he kicked in the first half, he drove the ball in the first kickoff midway through the end zone, so he has the leg. And here we go.
1.8 seconds remain. Bishop Dwenger 24, the Leo Lions 22.
And Dwenger's going to use their last time out.
Oh, Ben.
Ice him again. And I don't mind that call. I mean, let him think about it. If you've got the timeouts, there's only 1.8 seconds to go. It all depends on the mentality of the kicker, Kevin. You can call 10 timeouts in a row to some kids, and they're going to drill it like he just walked out on the field. But some kids are going to think about it. We will know shortly if he gets a strike on this ball. Again, he has to get under it a little bit, but he's got to drive it. And you know Dwenger's going to try to get some penetration right through the middle of that line. So that line's got to hold him out because the trajectory is going to be a little bit lower than normal to make it this distance.
This time we mean it.
So it is.
It's going to happen.
It is a 40-yard field goal officially.
It's up, and it is.
It's wide right.
Went wide right.
It had the distance. He had the leg. The ball just missed by maybe a yard right. It was 5 yards over the goalpost, just 5 yards right, or a yard right.
We have a final score at Zollner Stadium. The Bishop Dwenger Saints are sectional champs. They've held on and defeated the Leo Lions by a score of 24-22.
What an unbelievable game. Incredible game. The way the Lions came back, you kind of thought they were done. They stopped Dwenger when they had to stop them. They drove down the field, scored their touchdown.
Well, they got the onside kick.
Got the onside kick.
The
and just missed. So Ben put his leg into the ball. He had the distance. It just carried a little bit to the right. Great game, one of the best high school games I've seen.
I could not agree more.
Both teams fought the entire game, every play, and somebody had to win and somebody had to lose.
The Bishop Dwenger Saints moved their record to 11-1. They will advance to regional play. They will be on the road next week, depending on outcomes of other games as far as their destination. The Lions finished the season, Mike, 10 wins and 2 losses.
And I'll tell you what, Kevin, for as chippy as it was in this game, and it was chippy, a lot of respect shown there by both teams, and Bishop Dwenger especially. They knew they were in for a game there, and that that kick could have gone through just as easily as it didn't. And they are thanking their lucky stars that was wide right. But a lot of respect by the Dwenger players shown here towards the Lions.
Okay, well, we will keep it right here, Mike, and do a quick summary and see if we have some stats to share. Once again, the final score from Zollner Stadium. Bishop Dwenger 24, Leo 22. The Saints at midfield, taking a quiet moment, as are the Lions on the Leo sideline. There will be a presentation of a sectional trophy. It's going to take place here in a moment. Mike, you got to think about the seniors.
Yeah,
every time a season ends, you think of the seniors who are going to
and a great
walk off the field
for the last time.
Yes.
It's tough to do, and especially when you play that hard and expectations are that high, and playing against a team, like Bishop Dwenger that has the tradition and they were favorites coming in. And you had a chance to win it, and a lot of seniors on this team, a lot of experience, a lot of good kids who are walking off that field for the last time. That's tough to take, but that's part of sports, and that's why you play. Somebody has to win and somebody has to lose, but I'll tell you what, it's not because there wasn't enough effort. Effort was given tonight on both sides of the ball, and
an unbelievable game by the Lions.
Unbelievable game by the Lions on that comeback.
And there's only one school in 4A that won't end their season with a loss, and that's the ultimate state champion.
The only one team doesn't lose. So right now that goes to Dwenger. They're ranked second in the state, so they have as good a shot to me as anybody that's still up in front of them to come to win the state tournament.
Well, for the Lions, a little retrospective, the first year in the Northeast 8 Conference, the conference title with East Noble and Belmont. They had one loss to Belmont. As we mentioned earlier, the Belmont Braves took out Lures tonight, so I think the new Northeast 8 Conference gained a little respect on that end of town. And the Lions took the Bishop Dwenger Saints
to the wire.
Buzzer.
To the buzzer.
And the field goal was missed by a very small distance. I think Mike Walker's caught fish bigger than the distance by which that field goal missed right. Missed by about a foot or two.
Boy, from my vantage point, too, I already had the fist pumping in the air. I thought that ball went through. So it had to be close. But the official was right there, and it was wide right. So, but again, a great season by Leo, like you said, Kevin, in that NE8 inaugural season. Lions sharing a three-way tie there for the conference championship, and coming in and taking on the best team in the SAC and taking them down to the wire. So
fell a little short tonight.
Fell a little short and a little right.
Well, Mike, if it's okay with you, we can leave our broadcast. I think our viewers and listeners know how it ended.
Yeah.
And we'd like to thank all of our sponsors, and we'd like to thank everyone that's joined us this year on the Voice Network. We will be back for basketball season and, of course, football season. It won't be long until August, and we'll be talking about football again.
Doing it again.
But from Zollner Stadium, congratulations, Bishop Dwenger. A tough one for the Lions. 24 for the Saints, 22 for the Lions. The Saints are Sectional 19 champs. For Steve Roberts, Mike Walker, I'm Kevin Yale with the Voice Network. Thanks for joining us tonight.
Have a good evening, everybody.